think that's kind of,
but that's crazy that happened though. I was
yeah,
shocked.
hell yeah. Well, people, here's an episode of Popcorn and Pints. So far, it's just me and James.
Yeah.
We know that Caucasian Chris he already told us he wasn't going to be here. Puerto Rican Chris, I'm assuming he's going to show up at some point. Ibrahim, I doubt it, but who knows. But yeah, we're reviewing Dora and Blood In, Blood Out. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to watch Dora. I had a lot of shit just to take care of. I do want to say one thing though. I found out one of my friends passed away today, so rest in peace to JAVON.
Oh, sorry, man.
Thank you. Like I don't even know what happened or nothing. I don't want to get too deep into
Yeah.
it. Rest in peace to him. Much love to his family and close friends and all that good stuff. But yeah, man, fucking I had a busy fucking day. I had a busy week. I will tell you this though. I was talking to Puerto Rican Chris about this yesterday on his live or on his show. So yesterday I went, like I was talking to you, dropped my truck off to get the exhaust fixed, brought the dog to the vet. So drop the truck off. Dude calls me back because he tells me before I leave the truck, he's like, listen, he's like, if we'll call you, we'll let you know, we'll give you an estimate, we'll let you know how much it's going to cost to fix it for everything. I was like, all right, cool. And he's like, I understand if it's too expensive and you just want to drop, we'll just drop it down. You can pick it up. I get that. Cool. He calls me up, $216. I was like, he said $200 plus tax. It ended up being $216. I was like, go fix it, please. That shit is quieter. That shit I've SUV, sorry, because it's a RAV4. But anyway, that shit is so fucking quiet now. Like, it's never been that quiet since I owned it.
Wow, nice.
It's been that quiet since I fucking bought the truck.
And that's not a bad price. You're sitting there thinking like, oh, this motherfucker's gonna take like 1,100.
I wasn't sure how much. I wasn't sure, but I had a price in my mind. Like, I'm not going over like.
I was thinking 6. Just because back in the day, like a whole muffler system redone was close to 3, and it's like probably doubling shit now.
I didn't need the whole thing, and I definitely didn't need the catalytic converter, which would have been really.
Oh, so you didn't? I thought. Because when you told me, I thought you're replacing the whole thing.
Oh no, I had an exhaust leak, so they just pretty much rusted out. We live in upstate New York with the salt and all that other bullshit, so you get the rusted out shit. Which what I don't get is, I mean, I guess there is places that do it, but I don't understand why car manufacturers, which I do because they want that money, but where people live and all this other shit. Why not just coat it with something to protect the parts longer? You know what I mean? Coat the bottom. I know you can go to places and get some sort of coating on the bottom of it, which I'm not going to agree. But maybe I'll start doing it in the future with my next vehicle.
But like you said, that's money to them. That's repairs.
But at the same time, though, I could, like, it's one of those things where I guess all of us vehicle owners, especially in the winter, I mean all year round, but especially in the winter when you go to the car wash just to get that salt because that eats up all that shit, and get like the undercarriage wash just to rinse off all that salt and bullshit, clean that shit off.
Dude, I got a conspiracy about cars, by the way.
What's that?
So cars were made out of metal. They took beatings. Like people still died. Like back in the day, you drive no seatbelts.
Yeah.
And you get in a car accident, like flying off. You see the movies, they fly off the mountains and land. Dukes of Hazzard style and shit, and they're okay. Mm-hmm. So they're like, oh no, we want our cars more slick, lighter, faster. So they got that fucking new material, that whatever the fuck you call it now.
Well, what it is too, though, like the big ass heavy old cars that I love, like the classic muscle cars and shit.
Yeah, I love them too.
It's cheaper to make the cars the way they make them now.
I get it. That's why I'm getting. This is where I'm getting that money.
Yeah.
So it's cheaper for that. So this is where they gain money on that. Now the parts, like you said, like upstate New York, like the whole East Coast, they can have the factory can be like the shipments go to East Coast. Let's spray the shit so it don't rust, like you said.
Something, but
they don't do that because the dealerships get the cars from them. They need to make money, so they want shit to break to fix. So this is my theory. If it wasn't for greed and money, every car in the world would be made out of Lego or fucking Fisher Price material. That shit never breaks. You could throw a fucking Fisher Price, one of those chairs where it comes with your paint and shit, run it over. That shit is solid. Your car will never, your tires will blow. That's it. You only have to change your tires once in a while. Everything else, no dents.
Imagine that shit. Everybody driving around with big ass like Legos or the Connects. Was it the Connects?
Oh, it was Legos are upgraded now. They have like Connect shit now. Like you can have gears and shit. There is someone built Lego. The company built a Lamborghini. I think it was a Lamborghini, or was it a Agata? Lamborghini Agata, is that a Lamborghini?
I don't know.
All right. Well, they build I think it was a Lamborghini out of Legos, but with a real engine and everything in it, and it drives.
That's crazy.
Nice.
That's crazy. It's good, Chris.
What's happening, y'all? Sorry about that. I was watching Captain America, finished it, and just lost track of time.
It happens, man.
After watching, wait, what's his real name? Chris what? The actor.
Evans? No.
Chris Evans?
No, Chris Evans is Captain America's name.
Yeah.
Right, no, wait a minute. The actor is Chris Evans, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind. Wow, I blanked. I reversed it.
What were you thinking?
I don't know. Now my joke is stupid.
Chris Pratt? Or were you thinking Chris Pratt? Like Guardians of the Galaxy?
Something like that.
You confused the hell out of me.
It happens, man. There's so many fucking actors, and they're all white. They look alike.
The white guy said it this time, not me. Oh shit! But Chris, I was telling him, Chris, I didn't get a chance to watch Dora. I did watch Blood.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious,
dude.
Bro.
Okay, so this episode is you and me are going to talk about it, and depends how we both feel. We're going to try to convince him to end up watching it anyway.
Okay. Oh no, he needs to. He needs to.
You need to.
Yeah, you need to.
But anyway,
you'll find out in which way though in a second.
God, I'm scared.
You flip. What movie are we starting with? Or because you didn't do this one, you want to just get this out of the way?
I'd say just knock Dora out first. And when James says shit like that, I always get nervous because I always feel like it's gonna be something crazy. Because you know how James is like the loose. I know I'm a loose cannon. I talk crazy. I know you talk crazy, but James has like no filter. He has a filter.
It's blurred at the moment.
It's like his filter is completely gone before we hit record, and then he has like a very small filter.
My filter is where it's in like an AC, and you're gonna wait till the last second where it don't blow cold air to change it to clean it.
That's fun.
That's my filter. But yeah, I think you need to watch it. So let's start with this. We're going. Right. It's okay. I'm not going to say something crazy. The movie itself is crazy, and you need to watch it.
Which movie are we talking about right now? Dora.
We're talking about Dora.
All right. So are we doing the early ratings things like we usually do and going into it, or
yeah? All right. I'm not even going to pull you guys up. Just go early rating, and then just bounce off with it, so to speak. So James, or no, you know what, Chris, it's your birthday week. Which really quick. I just want to point something out. Unnecessary, of course, but I always do this. So for Cinco de Mayo that week, we had the rice and beans wheel.
Yeah.
Puerto Rican Chris's birthday, we had.
he's having a good month, man. It's his birthday month.
The universe works in mysterious ways, you know.
Birthday month.
and he got to choose what movie to watch, so he knows he's watching a good movie for the other podcast.
But here's another thing though. Here's another funny thing though. Is for both episodes. Well, for West Side Story, I think he just made it, and then for this one he was late. Like both times, I thought he was gonna miss the episode.
Yeah.
For the other one, I was like, yo, if he misses this, I'm talking shit. Like, how are you gonna hit the rice and beans wheel and then the representative doesn't show up? How do I break that?
No.
You know, if that didn't happen, if he didn't show up, I think we would not talk about Dora and just add it to the movie next week.
I would
so we could have made other Chris watch it. He thought he was free.
Yep.
Like, I forgot he wasn't going to be here today. Completely forgot he said that.
Okay, someone's dick is wet.
Ooh, spicy.
I hope it's not because we're talking about Dora.
Now, was it for Boots?
Or was it
Diego?
For Boots? Yeah.
Michael Pena or Eva Longoria
or Swiper the talking fox?
Swiper the fox, yeah.
Swiper?
Yeah. And
Swiper,
was it for Boba Fett?
All right, so
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Eva Longoria, man.
Yeah, I know.
And she got thicker with age and everything.
She's still hot. Yeah, I know.
Love her.
I agree.
Love her.
Just because she's in this movie.
But you know what it is?
That milfy mom bod now.
That's what it is. I was about the same thing. It's the mom vibe going.
She's thick. Yep. I like it.
Oh, she's not a mom, like a hot actor somewhere. She's a mama.
So so Chris, what do you give this?
I got a history with that anyway. What?
With Eva?
All right. No, it's not
No, with being called a motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
It's
all right.
May or may not have lived up to it a couple times in my lifetime.
But majority of the time, it means
what's good, Will?
You're into older women. But these days,
Thanks
girls
for coming,
are
buddy.
pregnant
Appreciate
at 8
you
years
coming in
old,
first
so
time.
you can't call them a motherfucker. You know? The child molester overpowers that word.
Wow.
This guy.
Wow.
Just saying.
Anyways, before James, what's your early rating, Chris?
I love this movie.
Oh,
I had a feeling he was gonna love this movie.
I love this movie. Like I'm gonna watch it again with Danae. I fucking love this movie. Early rating, I'm giving this an 8.5.
wow,
dude. Okay, I'm not as happy as he is. All right, this movie to me, it was so. I'm not gonna say cheesy. It's corny to me because I know the original show. So this is live action, and at first, like in the beginning, she started singing the theme song and shit came on, and the backpack was talking, and I'm like, wait a minute, what are they doing? I'm like, no, you can't fuck with me like this because it's a cartoon. You can't have live action and have everything talk like it's the cartoon still. I was like, don't do this to me, but it's not. Her imagination is so wild. There is a real monkey, but he don't talk yet. Right. Okay.
Appreciate you coming. Thanks, Steven.
Yeah, we'll get into that later. So a whole bunch of shit it flips 160 going halfway through this shit. You're like, wait a minute, what the hell fuck is going on now? Dude, I'm going. Okay, oh yeah, that's right. Forgot the grade. I'm going to give it a 6.
Okay,
and that's good for this type. I thought I was going to give this shit like a 2. I was like, there's no fucking way I'm going to enjoy this. But I'm not going to say I liked it. I enjoyed what it was. I was surprised. It was more like a surprise factor. Like there was parts that made me laugh. Like the confusion. Like we'll give it away. They mixed in certain scenes the original cartoon look with the live action, and there's
the way they did it though fucking had me roll. Like no pun intended, I was fucking rolling.
It was hilarious.
No pun intended.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
Bro, so like James says, this thing starts out with, the vibe of this is going to be a super silly, ridiculous live action rendition of the show. And it kind of starts to go in that wave and vibe, but then it switches up with, some of the actors being on screen like Michael Pena and, Eva Longoria doing their mom thing to the young daughter, her and Diego separating and shit like that. But I fucking love that. As soon as that happens, like shit just goes whoop, time warped out. You're fucking in the middle of the jungle with this chick who, to her, pasina, like nothing's gonna bother her. No poison.
She's still 8-year-old, 10-year-old Dora, but she's like
16,
a teenager
17,
now. 17.
And it's just like, all right, so this is turning out to be fun. Boots, I thought was gonna annoy me because of the CG.
Mm-hmm. It didn't bother me.
Honestly, I didn't. It didn't bother me. I enjoyed. I had fun with him. He was a great little piece that was added. That played a major role towards the end there. But I dude, like I said, I really fucking enjoyed this.
It was interesting. A 6 for me for this type of movie is good.
I mean,
you
might have to watch these after we get through this.
That's what I'm saying, Aaron. You have to watch this. For some reason, I think you're going to at least be with me. Give it a 6. I can see you enjoying it so much because the shock factor and like how it is. You can be like Chris, giving it like an 8, 8.5.
What I'll do is I'll watch it and I'll give you guys my rating next Saturday before we.
All right, good, because I know it's hard because it's Dora. You're like, yeah, I'll watch it, then totally forget about it. Like, yeah, fuck, I'm not watching it. You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it.
Bro, that was the first thing I did this morning. Like, Danae went out to go to a breakfast meeting with one of her ex-coworkers and her sister. So I fucking, I was up early. I got the energy going with her and shit. Got her ready to go. She got out the door. I came in the room, locked in, turned on the TV, got fucking it loaded up and shit. Put my seat all the way to the back of the wall, and I'm just sitting there with the sunshine coming down on me, and I'm like, what the? And then all of a sudden, I find my smile getting bigger and bigger. Then I get myself chuckling and shit. Then I'm like, oh my God, right? At all these different moments. Mm-hmm. But I fucking loved how it... I honestly wish it was longer, and for some reason, this last, fucking week or two, because I'm really, I like treasure hunting movies, and I like historical shit like that, you know what I mean? Yeah. With, because they do a great job of like mystifying things, right? And like trying to add those aspects of like the curses and Mother Nature and all this shit in there, So I love shit like that. Like this week I watched fucking one of the Pirates of the Caribbean. I watched Uncharted. I started playing the Uncharted games again, and then fucking saw this. So for me, I'm like geeked out on like past history, treasure, and all this shit right now. So like that didn't really play a role in it, but for me to sit back and be like the first thing I'm vibing to, and I was genuinely like my smile kept coming and going and getting bigger and bigger. And then like some of the shit, like I said, you get to like that 3/4 mark and then getting through a piece of the jungle where first of all they encounter quicksand, right? They got the stupid shit between. So I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. All right, so you go from her experience in the jungle being raised there essentially, right? Diego leaves and goes to the city. Then she gets pulled out of the jungle into the jungle of the big city, right? And she's completely lost in the sauce. She goes through some of the normal shit, that teens go through and shit like that. The trailer showed the one real funny part, I think, in that whole atmosphere of the high school where the fucking door on the bus closes on her backpack and she's just fucking hanging there driving away.
And Diego's like, fuck.
Oh, man.
So he's like so embarrassed. He's like, oh, God.
Like, I sympathize with Diego to a certain extent, but at the same time, like, yo, this is your little cousin. You know what she's about and what's about. Like, just go with the flow. Fuck the shit.
No humans except for her and the parents.
Like her best friend was a fucking monkey. Yeah. But I like I said, man, some of the shit that happened, some of the little quips and the little one lines and just her behaviors and shit, like her being completely out of element and all that shit, like it just made me smile. Like I had fun with it.
Like the part in the school, she was like, oh, I want to dance. The kid was like, oh, I don't dance. She goes, I do. I'm pretty good. She was doing the mating dances of all the animals. She was doing like the fucking ostrich, the fucking elephant and shit, swinging the trunk. I was like, what the fuck?
I was like, oh my God.
So that made me chuckle for a second. I was like, wow, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch this to give you guys my review.
But here's the thing: it goes back and forth. This is why he's confused.
Yeah.
Like the what is it? The dynamic of it goes back and forth. So, like he said, it starts off she's in the jungle. You got a story of her being a high school kid in the city. Then now she got to go back to the jungle to save her parents and find the lost city of gold. How you say it, Chris? Paranada
or something like that.
Something like that. So lost city. So she's with this guy. They're going through, and it's like mixing back and mixing the city Dora. Then now the city kids, high schoolers, because the two got kidnapped with them. Diego, her, and the other two normals, I call them, come in. Now they're experiencing her world. So it's like another story, like, yo, this is how I live. But then you get through like the booby traps of the city. You go through the fucking, like you said, okay, we'll go to the quicksand. Now we're caught up. We caught up to the quicksand. Yeah. So they're playing in there because it's making you fart when you pull your leg out. Now here's the thing that bothered me. Dora is smart as hell about the jungle. Right now, basically the movie is saying, like her parents say it, like, you're the best explorer in the world ever. She didn't realize at first that was quicksand. She should have said, hey guys, we're in fucking quicksand. This is not a game. Well, don't do that. What are you doing? Don't fucking make fart sounds with your legs pulling it out. We're sinking. But she did know about quicksand because she knew how to survive it. She says, lay on your back, distribute your weight.
Yeah.
And of course, the one guy didn't listen and he almost dies. And
that shit was funny. His reaction to that shit was funny.
Yeah, he was like, I'm a bad guy. She's like, no.
It's like he almost slipped up. And I was like, yo, is this going to be a pivotal point in this character's fucking thing?
Because like,
because at first I didn't expect him to be a bad guy, honestly.
Oh, I did. The storyline's always used like that. I told my wife, but she was watching with me. I was like, he's going to end up the main bad guy, like the main villain in this movie. Because it was too convenient. He just showed up out of nowheres.
How's your wife like James?
She didn't really say. She like shook her head a few times, like, what the fuck is going on? Because there's like I said, crazy shit. Like, if you watch the cartoon, that is, if you ever seen the cartoon Dora, when they started blending it in at the one scene,
I loved it.
It was crazy. Like Dora's head was
it.
a human body. Okay, so they went through a field of these giant flowers. The pollen releases, and Dora's like, "Don't worry, it's not poisonous, or you
We
would
would have
be
been dead by
already."
now. Yeah.
But it made them hallucinate. So Dora's head turned into the cartoon Dora. Everybody started turning into the cartoon. The map came alive. They started fucking singing and shit.
Her backpack and shit. A
And
rock said hello to her.
The main guy freaks out. He gets stripped naked and he runs through the woods.
That right there, I didn't see it, but that's one of those scenes right there. We've discussed this before with like kid or preteen movies. That was that humor for the parents. That was that humor for the adults.
It was crazy, man.
Because you're not expecting them to be fucking tripping balls over something in nature, and then all of a sudden they're fucking like having a good old time, and it's like the cartoon to reminisce of that. The older people who've seen the cartoon and had to fucking deal with it with their kids, or if the kids watched it and now they're older, it's like, oh, cool, a little kickback to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was crazy.
But for them to do it in that way of them being fucking high as hell, like I was just dying. I was dying the entire fucking scene.
That's what I mean by that. Like that's what I feel like they were like, okay, we know there's gonna be a lot of adults that are gonna take their kids, or what I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know how mature it was. You know what I mean? Like, could a 6-year-old watch this?
Yeah.
I think so. 6 to 10 would be all right.
So here's another part. This is through the whole movie. She does like basically the like in the cartoon, she breaks the fourth wall like Deadpool.
Yeah.
So everything she does, even though as a teenager, they're at the breakfast table and she's like,
delicioso.
Delicioso. You know how to say delicioso. The parents are looking like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, who are you talking? The mother is like, it's a phase. Just let her go. I'm like, what the fuck?
Chris, I'm sorry I'm putting this on you, but why can I see you doing that?
Yo, speaking of that, do you ever see the fucking TikTok? The girl that kind of looks like Dora but with long hair?
No.
She said that they're in the kitchen and her mom was cooking something, but she's older. She looks like she was in her 20s or something. And she said I forgot, I don't know if she said cheese sandwich or something like that.
Okay.
But then she did like Dora. She's like, can you say? And all of a sudden the sandwich slaps her in the face. The mother hit her in the face with it. Basically, shut the fuck up, bitch. Because you probably grew up watching that shit with her.
You know,
you're like, yo, you're not bringing Dora back in this house. You're fucking 20 years old.
You know what's funny about those videos like that, James, is when the parent slaps their kid, or the kid's being like an adult, a teenager, or a little kid. You never know if it's staged or not, because there's a time. I think
exactly, but yeah,
there's a time in every parent's life where they want to smack the shit out of their child. They just fucking do it, no matter what the child's doing or who they're talking to. They just say something because with those type of videos, you're trying to annoy your parent. You know, like Chris, I'm sure there's certain things there's certain buttons right now as a grown man you can push, and your mother will just smack the tape. Not even disrespectful, just annoying, and she'll smack your glasses off your face.
Yeah, this girl though, the mother launched the sandwich and the cheese sandwich just hit her in the side of the face, and she was laughing. So she was doing it on purpose to piss her mom off.
Yeah, I would.
But that TikTok makes me laugh every time I see it, though.
That reminds me of when you were telling us about how you got hit with that mug or whatever. I'm like,
oh yeah, coffee mug right to the back, right to the back of the head.
Your mother ever do that to you, James? Throw a coffee mug at you?
No, I got a fork. I think a broom, maybe.
Oh, nice.
Got the broom, got the chancla, got the coffee mug.
Accidental burn from a light bulb. She was joking.
I mean,
the light bulb, she unscrewed it. She was like this, and it touched my arm.
Ooh.
I was like, oh, bitch. I was like, what the fuck?
Like, yeah, never anything like that. Never anything like that.
No, other than that, no.
There was the occasional belt.
The thing is, see, I was one of those kids that never got grounded. There was a couple of times, like, I never got hit as a child. My father never hit me. My mom only a couple times. There was reasons because I talked back to her across the line certain times.
Yeah.
For example, I don't know if she's watching. She still says I said the other word. I don't know, I'm going to say 12 or 13 or something. I was mad at her, and I was going in my room to slam the door because we're arguing. I forgot what it was about. Probably me skipping school or something. And I said, I called her a horse. She thought I called her a whore.
Oh.
Yeah.
So she slapped me. She slapped me in the mouth, and I said, "Why'd you hit me?" She's like, "You never ever called me a whore." And for one, I was like, I don't even know how it was. I was like, a whore? What the fuck? I don't even know if I knew what a whore was at the time. I called her a horse.
You know what would be real funny?
But I guess my fault for saying a word that's close to the other word, you know?
Yeah.
You know what would be real funny right now, James? And I'm sorry to say this. I'm not really sorry. Is if out of nowhere you just seen a hand smack you in the face. I told you not to say that.
What did I tell
I'm not
you?
gonna lie. I don't like people touch my face, even though
Yeah.
it would be like a joke. I won't do nothing, but I will be mad for a
Man.
quick minute.
I would laugh. I would laugh because you would do the same thing if my mother just came out of nowhere. If Chris's mom came out of nowhere, just
I will laugh because I'm on the other end. But if it was you, would you laugh right away?
at myself.
I wouldn't, because it's gonna sting. That's the part that's gonna piss me off. If it didn't sting, I would laugh right away.
It depends. I think it depends.
But I'm like, oh, you motherfucker, son of a bitch. It's basically like you're yelling like, that fucking hurt. God damn it.
And I'm sure if it was Mike that did it, there would just be a fight on camera for us.
Nah, we got to roll. Don't touch them in the face or end up
Yeah.
fucking punching each other in the eyes and shit.
Punch each other in the eyes and shit.
Like, don't fucking, the face is off limits. Don't hit the face.
Yeah.
He got hit with a golf club because of it. So,
Ooh. Damn.
it's a quick, we're in our teenagers. We're in a room. At the time, we shared a room, so his bed was on the other side. And you know those ball pit balls? We were tossing them back and forth. So it started getting a little harder, hard throwing them. You know, you're starting to pick up speed. Well, one came close to my face. And I said, whoa, time out. Do not aim for the face. This is what pissed me off. He said it was accident. I understand that. It was the next ball he threw. It hit me right in the fucking cheek, close to the eye. I said, I told you not hitting the fuck. I was so mad that I had a bag of golf clubs I got for free. I took out the fucking the driver and I hit him over the leg with it and bent the fucking pipe. He had a big ass welt down his leg.
Oh, I bet.
He had to have cried from that shit.
But that was no, because
That's the ultimate Charlie horse.
Here's the thing is, I look at it now, I'm like, okay, there's a possibility it still was an accident. Because now that you're thinking about it, you're like, oh, fuck, I let it go too early and went high. But at the time, it was right after I said that. So I was like, this motherfucker just disregard what I said.
Yeah.
And he's doing this on purpose. He's launching it at my face. So at that time, but now that I think about it, I'm sure he was right. It was an accident still.
I'll say this to you, James. In your defense, knowing you and your brother, like, if you were the one that threw that ball right after he said that, or if he's the one that threw that ball, I feel like you guys did it on purpose just because.
I'm that guy.
No, I'm not, because I'm not that guy, because I don't want. I know them shit sting when you hit in the face.
Yeah.
So if I go, I'll hit him in the face. I know something's going to come back at me.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm going to avoid it. I'm going to go, no, I don't want that. Now, if I didn't mind, I'm like, yo, this should be funny. And if he hits me, yeah, it'll still be funny. Then I'm like, yeah, take this motherfucker. He's like, launch it at him. But no, that pissed me off so bad, man.
What? Oh, next question. Here's a double question for you. Hang on 1 second.
Okay, we left off that's quicksand. So just remember where we stopped at the movie.
Yeah.
All right. Quicksand for the movie. No, go ahead. Go ahead with the movie. I forgot what I was going to say.
Oh, okay. So after the quicksand, so after they're all high, they turn back to normal. You know, live action, normal peoples. So that scene was trippy. You're like, what the fuck? It was funny at the same time. Now, where do they get to now? It's like places where there's like booby traps everywhere. And the one kid was doofy, but he had little funny punchliners.
Yeah.
Like you knew he was foreshadowing though. Like I can hold my breath under 7 minutes. You're like, okay, Sun's gonna come down. He's the hero in that because he can hold himself for 7 minutes, right? Then he was also saying, like they're in a room like with the stars. He's like, oh, it's a jungle puzzle. He's all excited. He's like, you've seen it in the movies. There's always a puzzle to solve. And Dora, he was sitting here, he's like, I knew it was a puzzle. And they're all like doing shit. And Dora goes, oh, that's the Western Hemisphere. Sorry, I read this backwards.
Yeah.
He turns around. He's like, so it's not no puzzle. Basically, he got disappointed. It was not a puzzle. Until then the thing opened up. They started filling with water. He had to hold his breath under 7 minutes to release the valve to let the water out. So he became the hero. Now he goes, and then they finally do get to a jungle puzzle towards the end. But what was after that part? The water.
Living Dead Girl, what's up? Thank you so much.
What's happening, Chica? Welcome.
Great.
You ever see Dora live action? Recommend it. Watch it.
Definitely, especially the kid. I mean, she probably does. She's got a couple younger kids in the house. But I like I said, I enjoyed this. I had too much fucking fun with this thing.
There was a lot more silly. I thought the jokes were going to be corny, the funny parts, but they actually worked. And I chuckled at a few of them.
Don't you
Like,
love that though? I mean, again, I
yeah,
know,
but then I sit there and think, I'm like, I laughed at. Why did I laugh at that? You know
but
what I'm saying? But you did.
but no, but what I'm saying though is like for the I'll say for the kid movie that you don't think you're gonna like at all, and then you have those moments you're like, one, this wasn't that bad, like you said, you gave it a 6, but then those parts you think are gonna be corny, and you're just like chuckling or laughing at it, and you're like, oh wow, it was actually kind of funny. Like I love it with those type of movies to where it's like it might not be for you, but you're still gonna at least get something out of it.
Oh, I got a question because of that. Where it just reminded me of a question for Chris because you didn't watch it, so I don't know if I can ask you about if you can answer it. So, who you think does better? Because I'm leaning toward because I didn't hate Dora. Live action, Disney or Nickelodeon?
To be honest with you, I haven't seen any of the Disney live action stuff.
Okay. I've seen maybe one or two, maybe one.
Not
But if I'm comparing right now, I'm leaning towards Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon is more down to they don't shove everything like the original cartoon had on your throat. So for one, Dora, I thought there was gonna be a lot of singing. I thought she was gonna be yelling backpack every 5 fucking. There wasn't. There was a scenes where that happened, like when they came alive and shit.
Yeah, fucking Diego's like, "What are you doing?" Oh, I'm singing a song that helps me remember things.
Yeah, they did a spin on it. Like in her head, she's in the backpack talking and everything. I was like, oh no, they're adding the fucking cartoon in here. But it wasn't. It was her imagination. It was her to remember. She packed everything. She goes backpack. So in her mind, she's like, I got the pencil, and she's basically a list. And that's what the song is about. It's like backpack, make sure you have everything. You're prepared. And Diego, it just looked at him. He was like, what are you doing? It was like, that scene was like, that was pretty funny. Like, shit like that. Like, they're looking at her like she's just crazy.
Yeah, she's just completely batshit. Just batshit. Just like, what the
there
fuck
is a part
wrong with this girl?
There's 2 parts, actually.
Pretty good, yeah. I just have to hang the plastic stuff up. Oh, sorry. Hang on.
It's all good. Let's talk about Swiper. Why? This is the part that bothered me. So this shit was, they're seeing Dora like crazy. She has that wild imagination. Why did everybody see and hear the fox talk? What was so special about Swiper, but Boots wasn't talking to the whole movie?
Trained that way? That's a great question.
Because no other animal, they're surprised. They're like, how's there a talking fox?
Yeah, no, yeah.
That confused this shit. I was like, what is going on? I'm like, why can't Boots talk? If the fox can talk, fucking Boots should be able to talk.
Well,
but then they got to the
fox
scene where
is domesticated and he was trained to be a thief and a mercenary. Boots is a wild monkey that was found in the jungle. Maybe that's the rationale.
Boots is smart. He knows sign language and shit.
He didn't know it in this one.
No, I'll talk about.
I loved him.
Signs. No, he was a good
loved him when he was doing the fucking escape shit for them and everything, and he keeps stopping and he's
doing something different. It's like doing one of those wrong. He's acting like a statue and shit. Eating a banana.
Shit.
He's like,
oh shit!
That part was funny. It was funny. It was funny. Then the scene where Dora, I didn't know she was still tripping or not, but he started talking. He was like, deep ass voice. Did not expect that voice. Who was the actor? It sounded familiar. I can't think of the name.
Wait, of who?
Boots. When he finally talks to Dora.
That's a good question.
Deep voice. He was like, it's all right, Dora, man. I'm like, what the fuck? I thought it was gonna be like a more kiddie voice for Boots, but it was deep voice. But the voice sounded familiar to me, and I can't picture who it was. I don't think it's Morgan Freeman.
No, it was
like deep like that. It was a deep voice like his, though.
What is everybody drinking, really quick?
I'm drinking Neon Rainbow IPA.
Nice.
Water.
New England style.
I'm drinking some. Actually, shout out to our boy Caucasian Chris drinking out of the Storytime bar cup. But
nice.
What is it? Blue raspberry lemonade, soda, and Bacardi Limon.
Jesus, this motherfucker just puts like 15 different ingredients in one drink.
Goes at it,
no, it's one soda. No, it's blue. No, the soda is blue lemonade or whatever. And then,
dude, it was fucking Danny Trejo.
Damn, fuck. There you go. Okay,
it was Danny fucking Trejo. So we got 2 Danny Trejo movies here.
Oh shit, the connection. Oh shit, there it is.
I mean, I guess I was gonna say we shouldn't really be able to connect it like that, and you two would have to be the ones to do the connection because I didn't get a chance to watch this film.
Okay, there is a connection. But we'll wait later.
Yeah, well, I'll say this. Here's a good way we can kind of so we don't forget the connections because I can pull the wheel up soon. Do the connection when I'm doing the wheel because that's usually when we transition into the
Okay,
second.
all right, all right.
Are you guys done talking about this?
It's gonna be a cheesy, but it's really a really connection.
So what's final? What's your guys' final ratings?
I'm gonna stick with my
6.
I don't see. I didn't love it. Love it. I want to go to a 7. My part of me is saying go 7, but I'm holding back. I'm like, I don't think I really enjoyed it as a 7.
6.5, right in the middle. Meet in the middle.
I guess I don't like using halves, but sure, let's do 6.5. Do 6.5.
Yeah, start doing halves, James.
It's a rare one. I'll give it to you because it's hard to decide.
You sticking with your 8.5, Chris?
Yeah. Definitely a fun time. Definitely a wholesome movie, but honestly, something that everybody can enjoy.
Yeah,
Okay.
jokes in it or adult get too. Like the field of them tripping, you're like, oh fuck, they're having a huge acid trip.
So shuffling this bad boy up.
But anyways, how it ended, the hero, she saves her parents. They find the lost city. She solves the jungle puzzle.
How do these two movies connect?
I think they're family based. They're like close family, like blood. Like she's like rescuing her parents through the jungle.
Oh,
Blood in, blood in. It's about basically family for life type thing. Like,
Chris,
no way
again, Rice and Bean Wheel again.
3 times.
Dude, I'm telling you, this is his birthday month, man. It's gonna go. You start doing the lotto or something.
Hold up.
That's funny.
James, you know what's funny? This is also my wife was also born in this month, and so is my stepson, and so is my little cousin. My little cousin,
Wow.
and my stepson. My little cousin and my stepson, they're a year apart. May 29th, and then my wife's birthday is May 27th.
That's weird. Why didn't us white people get know exactly what to plan to make your baby drop out?
I don't know.
September.
Listen, man.
September or October?
Like start September, you'll have a May baby.
November, December, January, February, March, April, May. May is 8 months, so yeah.
James, you want to hear some shit? So my older brother, right? One of my older brothers. I'm just talking about my mom's kids. My older brother is Zach. His birthday's July 30th. Nice summer birthday. My younger brother Christian. His birthday's April 30th. Nice spring birthday. Guess what? My parents decided to just November fucking 18th. In November.
So yeah. So you got
yeah.
I got the end of the year bursts, right, that are caused by spring love and the change of season and the warmth and clothes coming off. And then you got the early year stuff that's caused by the change of season when it gets cold and it's cuddle season and like
you
getting
can't
down into that.
You got nothing else to do.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else to do.
See, out January, first of the month, you think it'd be cool because I'm number 1. It's not. It's like 2 weeks after Christmas. And that's when your parents are poor and you can't get a fucking birthday present you want because you got shit for Christmas.
Yep. Give you one on Christmas, one on your birthday. Here you go.
Yeah, it's bullshit, man.
You bought it in December.
I got screwed. My birthday sucks.
I mean, mine.
And if you want to be one of those zodiac signs, I'm a fucking goat. Why can't I be like a Scorpion or the fucking Taurus or a fucking Leo or something, man?
I'm a Scorpio.
Fucking man.
I guess for me it kind of makes sense if
I was like, oh, maybe I'll have better luck in the Chinese zodiac. Maybe I'll get the dragon or something. No, I get the fucking year of the pig.
The forbidden dance.
What the fuck? Is this a Dirty Dancing ripoff?
Wait, is Lambada?
It's
Forbidden Dance is
Lambada.
Lambada.
Yeah, the Forbidden Dance is Lambada. So it's a movie about learning. It's going to be like Flashdance, but you're learning the Lambada. Lambada. I'm saying that wrong. Sorry, guys.
I don't know who put this one on here. Definitely was not me.
I don't know if it was my wife.
I would have stayed away from that cover. I'm like, no. Nah. Come on, superhero one.
I was gonna say I thought you were hoping for like Pan's Labyrinth or something.
No, actually, yes, I wouldn't be mad at that, but I'm hoping for Super Jose because it's like
or Super Lopez.
Super Lopez. Yeah, I got to see what that is.
I just went past it.
It did.
What do we got? What do we got?
The Platform.
The Platform. Never heard of this.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Oh shit. If this is the movie I'm thinking, this leans into horror.
Really?
It's fucked up scenes. There's fucked up shit in this.
Okay.
Oh wow, I seen that. That was on Netflix. And it's subtitled. It is made in
Spanish.
Yeah, it's Spanish, but I don't know. I'm trying to think where they actually made it the country, and I can't think of it at the moment. Damn.
Mm.
And I don't want to be an asshole and just name a country, and someone comes with like, motherfucker, no, it wasn't.
Son of a bitch.
Wrong. Yeah, it was on the other side of the fucking country, asshole.
Motherfucker.
Not racist wise, but just me trying to think. They're like, this know-it-all thinks he knows. This motherfucker said
that would be
Madrid, but it wasn't even close to Madrid. It was in South America.
That would be some response to that. Like, this racist, but they could be all fucking look alike and sound alike and all. He just made
but no, that movie's fucked up. So
all right, hidden dance in the platform. Interesting.
Oh, connection real quick before you switch over.
Yeah,
I was gonna say.
I already said the family. Too. Oh, you got one too? Yeah, say it. Mine was the easy way out.
So both of these movies display the differences in societal circumstances. One shows in jail and out on the streets, and the other one shows in the jungle and in the high school setting.
Holy shit! There you go. That is true. Wow. There you go, Chris.
I got you. I'm deep.
Yep. Dude, I'm telling you, he's on a roll. It's just fucking
I'm deep. I need 12 inches. Sturdy doesn't know what to say to that.
You're like 12 inches. I need to lose 10 pounds of my thighs so I can push farther.
James.
Good guy.
It's always James, man. It's always James. I have to put my keyboard closer.
Benicio del Toro was Swiper.
Swiper, no swiping.
Yeah,
this motherfucker, yo, his accent and shit. It was so fucking funny.
Did they try to make him sound like that? What's the word I'm looking for that? Like that suave kind of
like
Puss in
Boots, like
little bit. Style. I was gonna say I probably would have just went with Antonio Banderas if I was
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So they tried to go like smooth, cool.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, that like Spaniard.
Yeah.
Yep, he just swipes it. He's like, and how he talks, he's like, "Oh, I got you," shit like that.
Is that like the stereotypical, basic, like smooth one? You know what I mean? Because you have
like Rico Suave.
Yeah, like so typically when people think about a Hispanic or whatnot, no matter where they're from, they either think of the fucking really smooth Casanova or they think of the fiery hothead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was gonna say more so you think of the fiery hothead, but like the West Coast Mexican dialect of Spanish. You know what I mean?
Oh no! If they had that would have been stereotypical. That would have been like, even if it was sounding.
I'm saying this for like a stereotypical for some people, they probably think of it's either this.
Yeah, the suave like most of the times usually a thief too. You notice that? Puss in Boots is basically a master.
Yeah,
like thief type thing, like a conquistador or something like. Oh, what's that?
Conquistador. Yep.
And Enrico Suave, like it's like I don't know. In other movies, it's like they'll slide because like you can blend in and talk like charm people and basically pickpocket them. So they like mixing the worlds together. Like he's using his charm and shit. So yeah, it's a stereotypical thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was funny though. Like he talks like we were talking about, and Boots finally get the line where Dora thought she was still tripping. She's like, "Boots, you could talk." That part was pretty funny. And it was like a real life lesson talk too, like Bob Saget sitting in Full House and on the edge of the bed and shit. It's like one of those talks.
Yeah,
because she was down in herself. She's like, "I don't think I'm," and he was like, "Listen, Dora, mad deep voice, you're a hero."
No, the way you said that was bad. This weird and creepy.
But anyways, back. Okay, we're going blood in, blood out. Well, one, like I said, Aaron, this is your fault. Because the podcast you had me the clips watching, my mind went straight to Stories of the Cell.
Oh, okay.
When I say blood in and blood out, that did not, and it looks like the movie looks like a gang, like prison movie. I'm like, oh god, what are they fucking doing here?
There was the prison in it. There was almost some prison rapes in it. And it's funny you say that, James, because that's the first thing I thought of too, especially just like for those type of scenes.
So yeah,
and the first thing I thought of was Stories from a Cell from again from Really That's Worth the Game. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't be laughing at this, but it's
no, I did too. Yeah. So let's look at let's make a clear picture here. Blood in, blood out means you're basically like in the gang or your family. You are, it's life or not. Yeah, your blood in. and your blood out. So basically, if you leave, you're
dead.
You're dead. You're in for life, basically.
Yeah, that's the only way you can get out of the gang and your affiliation is by dying.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you want to leave on your own, you're gonna die either way because we're gonna kill you for betraying us and wanting to separate from the band, from the group.
Yeah, real quick, this dude had the bluest eyes ever seen in my life. They used like the whitest cracker. He had the white cracker haircut. It was the feather back in the day when I got it when I was young. Mm-hmm. It's the part over men's cut.
That's what it's called.
Style going, I believe so at the time. But
what did they call it back in the day? Like the DA or something like that.
So it was something stupid. I used to just call it the men's and boys cut or something like that. Like, oh, give me that. It was always the same haircut all the time. I would never braid. Like my brother got spikes at the time. You know, spike hair with the rat tail and shit. I was like, no. I always had a problem with I think what people thought of me. So if you're used to seeing me like this, I always kept that look. So no one judges me like, yo, you changed. What the fuck you doing? You know, it's always negative. In my mind, someone's going to say negative shit. But yeah, this dude, his eyes were piercing blue.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, and I was confused in the beginning. I was like, what's going on? I was like,
I got to ask you a question, James, before we go this movie. So did your brother have the frosted tips?
No, he was natural, like blonde, like almost like
he didn't do like the frosted shit.
He just had the haircut where it was spiked, but he kept the like kind of like a mullet, but it turns into a rat tail, so it's like a mullet thinned down into a little tail.
I still have respect.
That was the style back then, man.
Oh no,
90s.
I'm just saying I still have respect for him, and I had a little rat tail.
Yeah, but now people just get rid of the rat tail, and it's just you do the little spikes.
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody had cool shit.
Back to
he must love this type of shit because a lot of the things he's in is related to this stuff. I mean, his name is Damian Chapa. It says he's an American actor, but Chapa I think he's mixed of some type of Latino somehow.
Yeah, and they add that into the story. He was like, because my father is white, and I came out looking like him more, like the white skin. He was like, I'm still one of you. I'm familia. Like
he did a good job. I'm not gonna lie, he did a good job with the speaking, with the actual language and shit like that. Like when we watched the trailer, I was like, this is gonna be really annoying to fucking have to watch this with like the overselling of the Chicano or like the dialect or whatever, the accent and shit like that. But honestly, when you're watching it the whole time and like he comes off really fluent and he did a really great job at making sure he hit certain things. Like there were certain points that I believed him speaking over some of the other people that actually had brown skin. That you can tell they were just trying to feel through the lines because they probably never spoke a lick of English or Spanish in their life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it did a great job. Quick little fucking thing. Nobody ever realized this either. He's fucking Ken.
Wait, what?
Ken.
He played from a Street Fighter movie.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
I did not know that. I did not connect that.
He was in Money Talks. He was in Under Siege. He played in Walker's Texas Ranger during the show. Midnight Blue.
What? I don't remember. I used to watch those shows. I have movies and shit. I don't remember.
Hit and Run, The Calling, El Padrino, Man of Fuego, Mexican Gangster, Bad Cop. What's another big one that I saw here? And that's pretty much it that I recognized.
Jesus
but yeah.
Christ.
And he's actually directed and produced half of the shit he's been a part of.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah, that's him.
Holy shit.
That's crazy. This movie was terrible. I can't wait to
that movie was they made them like the outfit. They just oh my god, everything is just terrible about that movie. But anyways, that's another time. It's on the wheel. It will be one day.
Oh, it will be. It will be. When we get to the I'll just say this real quick so I don't forget. When we get to the what was I gonna say? Video game wheel. When we start building that again or whatever, I'll probably pull off Mortal Kombat and throw it on that wheel just because it'll be quick. It'll be easier to get to because it'll be on that type of wheel. I mean, I guess it'll be easier to get to. Mm-hmm. And I mean, well, yeah, because it'll be 2 video game movies, so it'll be easier to get to than because it's on the OG wheel, so it'll be like random. So any video game wheel that's on the OG wheel, I'll take it off, and once we rebuild this video game thing again, send me the movie covers, you two, and I'll tell.
Speaking of video game, Did Kelvin during Thursdays say this is his favorite video game movie, or did I hear that wrong? I was
No,
about to
he
say,
said this is one of his favorite movies. He said.
Oh, I thought he said video game movies. I'm watching. I was like, am I watching the wrong one? This has nothing to do with a fucking video game.
No.
Then I looked it up. Then I watched. I went into the episode and seen the picture. I was like, no, this is the right one. Okay, fuck, I'm watching it.
Yeah, I don't know how, but he's Mexican, Italian, German, and Native American from San Antonio, Texas. So he's kind of legit. He's kind of legit.
I mean, yeah.
Nice, and he did a good job.
He did a real good job.
You said he's from Texas, so he possibly grew up in Texas. Possibly, I'm saying because you don't know how long he was there, but he was born there. But say he was there for most of his life. There's a lot of Hispanic culture down there, Mexican culture down there, so I'm sure he got to be able to be around that and maybe get the accent from it, or at least be able to pick up the accent, the dialect, and all that stuff.
Or his mom spoke Spanish.
Yeah, family members, friends. I'm sure living down there. I'm almost sure.
He did a good job. Like I said, it's like I thought they were going to butcher it too. I was like, they did not put a white guy in here, and they're going to say, "Here, say this."
The thing is, though,
it comes out weird.
Like I guess you could say, similar to black, but with Spanish, more so, you can have somebody like 100% Spanish, as white as you, James, or as dark as Flava Flav.
Yeah, that's what he said in there. He's like
my skin color doesn't.
Yeah, he say my mother's skin is as dark as you or something because my father's white. Yeah,
my dad was a light dude with fucking hazel eyes and fucking dirty blonde hair. You know what I mean? Like
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep, light as fuck. He tans up in the sun. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? But he was light, bro.
And he was born on the island, right? Or was he?
He was born in Flushing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was basically like right outside of Shea Stadium for like half his life. Well, he was born in Brooklyn, but then they moved there. My grandfather used to work for the Hall of Science, and he used to work at Terrace of the Park, and then my dad started working there as a chef and shit like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
And your dad's Puerto Rican too, right?
Yeah.
I know your mother.
Yeah, he's the one I get the weird French last name from, though, for some reason.
Is that why you like cooking? Because your father?
Yes and no. I'm just a fat ass. I just like food.
Yeah, I am too, but I'm also lazy and don't like cooking.
No, well, the problem is I like good food. So with me in life, I've always learned that if you want it fucking done right, you got to do it your goddamn self. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I never learned that lesson.
Yeah, let me learn.
My laziness overpowers that thought.
You know, I paid attention to my mom. My grandfather was a chef. Then my dad fucking did it for a while, like when in his growing up teens or whatnot. And then he just every once in a while he'd be like, "Let me show you how to do this and shit, and how to hold the knife and fucking, you know what I mean?"
All right.
But
I got a question.
Other than that, it's just I'm just hungry.
I'm hungry, motherfucker.
You see that we're speaking on this. So, like, my wife one day, this was a few years back, she's like, "I'm going to show you how to make rice and beans." Talk to me. And she went from like showing me to just completely taking over and kicking me out of the kitchen.
Because you weren't into it, and she was getting annoyed that you weren't paying attention.
Because you wasn't doing it right.
No, I was paying attention. I was just like, "So what do you need me to do?" Blah 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 blah. And she was like, "You know what? I'll just do it. It'll just be easy." I'm like, "How are you supposed to be teaching me?"
You know why? She's like, "Yo, this is gonna take a fucking hour. I can get this shit done in 15 minutes, and we can fucking eat. I'm hungry."
And then the next thing she said to me was, she was like, "I'm Puerto Rican. We don't measure anything. We just."
I was gonna say, one of the biggest things that irks a fucking Hispanic person is if you fucking ask them for a recipe and you ask them how much to put in the shit, they're gonna look at you like you're fucking stupid. What do you mean how much? Till it tastes fucking good. I don't know how much. As much as you want. Like
you start off, pour a little, taste it.
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
After a while, you just know how long to fucking hold the jar of seasoning.
I gotta cook without the wife in the kitchen, because if I do, she ends up taking over because the littlest things. So, like, for example, if I grab chicken, like I made chicken wings one time. I grabbed a bag of chicken and opened them. First thing she goes, no. Yells, no, don't do it there. I'm like, what are you talking about? I just opened the bag. You could cross-contaminate. She didn't want... She's like, I'll just do it. Because
you're going to get everything. He kills everything.
So, yeah, so she was like, no, I'll do it. She's like, you can't use this and use another thing for the same thing. I'm like, what? Like,
you know what I do? Like, especially if I'm making, like, fried chicken or something, you know what I do? I take the utensil I'm using and I hold it in the fucking fryer. And guess what? The heat kills the germs. It's going to kill it on the chicken we're about to eat the shit, right?
That's true. Yeah. But, yeah.
It's not going to kill it on the fucking stainless appliance or utensil? Come on now.
Yeah.
So if I ever wanted to make her something and everything, she can't be nowhere near me. or she's going to end up going just staring me down and
Or
taking over.
you're over there trying to be all sweet and romantic, making her like a birthday dinner or breakfast. She's like, you know what, James, get the fuck out the kitchen. You're just messing with me.
Yeah,
I thought you liked my cooking. And you're always saying this, but then you have flashbacks, and you're like, you realize she's always just taking over when you start. Like,
honestly, I'll be honest truth. I never made her an actual meal yet. In my whole since
okay, all right. Just because we're in this and we're all
there's a reason. Like I said, I tried the one time she took over, but also when I wake up, it's like say breakfast. I want to make her breakfast. When I wake up, she's not far behind, so it can't be like a surprise, and she'll end up coming to see me and taking over.
You got fuck no, that wouldn't work.
Like, don't get me wrong. There was times where I threw a frozen pizza in the oven. That don't count. That's like not making nothing. You know, you're just throwing up, or like turn on one of those fucking slow cooker things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't count that because I didn't. I just threw chicken in there and put the lid on and turned it on. So I don't count that. But like really cooking something.
You have
not yet.
Jay, okay, so my goal and Chris's goal is to get you to cook for your wife before this year is.
I want to.
It's not hard. Just go start doing the shit. When she comes in the kitchen, tell her to get out of here and go sit down. Go pick up your feet or something.
But her eagle eye would have noticed something. Like, where was that fork? Was the thing?
So then fucking chloroform. I don't know.
I don't have a Bill Cosby or Kelly.
No, I've been trying. I'll get it. I'll get it one of these times.
You know what you got to do is like, if there's a way you can send her on a quote unquote dummy mission, so to speak, and by that I mean you pay her a few dollars, like, hey, just go to the store and grab this, or go here. Here's my card. Go to Michael's. I don't want.
Yeah. You're like, hey, give me go.
Or, no, I mean that's serious. Give her.
No, it don't work because when she goes somewhere, she always wants me to go with her.
Here's my card. Here's my card.
Go.
Here's my card. I got to do something for the podcast. Or just make something up. Here's my card. I'm saying I can say this because I know she doesn't watch the show. Go to Michael's, and then or here's a gift card to Michael's. Go to Michael's. I want you to make this shirt for me. I need it, but I got to do something with the guys. Can you go and get that now? Just something like that, and just make her a nice dinner.
Yeah.
I just say stupid shit like, you guys fought for your fucking independence and right to vote. Go. Like,
yeah, you're like, go somewhere.
Get out of here. You don't need me there.
Fine.
You wanted to be able to do shit yourself, right? You can do it better than I can, so go prove the shit.
Yeah, I could just say, hey, I'm gonna go cook something. So they say, okay, what are you making? I don't know, steak and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
but
I'm trying to breakfast like this the easiest because eggs takes like 2 minutes. So that's my first goal. I'm going to try to make a breakfast.
You can do this.
That's the other thing when I'm in the kitchen. Like, my timing's got to be perfect, so everything's hot at the same time, and you're putting it on the plate, and it can be delivered, and like food's supposed to be eaten hot. Like, people think I'm fucking crazy because I'm like, all right, got this. All right, this is in there. 20 minutes till I can do this, and then do this, and then all right, well, this is done. Then I got this down here, and then all of a sudden I put it out. It's all on the hot. There's still some steam coming off of it. Here you go. Like, what?
Here's my thing. Here's my thing that bothers me about myself.
I hate cold bacon with hot fucking eggs and cold toast. You know what I mean? Like,
I hear. So here's
like
my
thing. Steak needs to be just as hot as the rice. Like,
so here's another problem I have. This is what usually shuts me down. It shuts my motivation down. So if I plan something, let's say, okay, in my head I already got it. I was like, okay, we have bacon. I can throw that in the oven. I can make eggs are quick. You know what I'm saying? Eggs, a cut up onion or whatever she wants in it. If I go there and I open a cabinet and the pan in my head is not there that I need, I go, fuck it. Nope, done. I walk out, cancel the whole fucking thing.
Listen. Here's what you have to pre-plan the day before.
So I know, but I forget. I said that too. I need the stuff. If I can't find one item, I'm done.
This is why you got to just look for it the day before.
Yeah, no. But I keep forgetting, like I said. I'm trying to plan it.
But yeah, take it out, put it on the stove, and just say, listen, I'm cooking breakfast in the morning. I'm just having this stuff out, honey, because you know I'm stupid. She's going to agree with you.
I get it. I'll forget.
You know I'm stupid. I can't find shit. So where's the pan that where's the stuff for the bacon? Where's the stuff for the eggs, toasts, and do white people eat grits?
Yes and no.
Sometimes,
but I only try. I tried
Sausage.
both at the same time. And I know it don't count because it was the same restaurant and they probably made it wrong. Golden Corral had the cheesy and the normal.
What do you mean by normal? Do you mean just plain?
Just the plain with, I think, put butter in it maybe. I don't know what's actually in it. It's white.
Yeah, it's just plain stark white.
Plain stark white. Then you had the cheese one that was like a little orangish. and like
Butter,
a little cheese in it.
butter and sugar, and that's it. Now some people
See,
like
I don't know about the sugar part. Nope, I never had the sugar. I had whatever it was, the butter version. I'm like, nope,
some
not
people
my thing. The
some
cheese
people
one
like
was okay.
some people like the cheesy one. Maybe if you put a little hot sauce on it, or like my wife sometimes she had like the grits with the cheese and some shrimp in it.
That's a little fancy overboard for me. I'm not going to get
I've
shrimp
seen it
and
with
toast
sausage, almost like it was a fucking sausage gravy type deal.
I've done.
Oh, okay.
I've had
Chopped up sausage in it.
sausage or even bacon. Like I don't need eggs anymore, but I'll just I'm the type of person. Whatever food's on my plate, whatever I
Damn,
scoop.
you guys got me thinking now.
Yeah, me too. I got one right now. Aaron just reminded me because he said butter and sugar.
You know
So
what I
if you
haven't had
like-
in a while?
What's that?
What was that?
Fucking country fried steak with the gravy over it.
Oh, a Cracker Barrel has it. Cracker Barrel's overrated, by the way. That shit that you can make in your own house, and it tastes like the shit I make in my own house, and it pisses me off. I'm paying all this money, and the eggs taste like the eggs I make. It's not working. But anyways, Aaron, if you like grits with butter and sugar, did you ever try white rice? Like even the cheap boil in the bag, you boil it, put it in it, and put butter and sugar in it. Try
My
it.
girl last week when she wasn't feeling good was like, I need something to soak my stomach up. And the first thing she said in the morning was, hey, we got any leftover rice? Do me a favor, warm it up, throw some sugar over it and a little bit of butter on top.
There you go.
And she fucking scarfed that shit down, went to work like nothing. I was like,
yes.
I don't think I could.
Dude, you'll be surprised. I can't do it anymore because of the sugar. Like same thing, I used to put sugar in cereal. I didn't care what kind of cereal it was. It was already sugar, fruity pebbles. I would throw sugar in it. You know what I'm saying? Now I can't put sugar in cereal at all. Even cornflakes and everything, I'll eat them plain. I can't do it. It's like I grew up in like too much sweet. Like Pierre, it's just the Pierre sugar. You get that like mud in the bottom where you scoop up a tablespoon of sugar.
Yeah.
No, that was.
I don't know why. Is this show like food from our childhood or something going on here? I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's like we're at the commissary right now, creating our own dishes when we're in jail. We're discussing how our ghetto ass treats.
No,
I don't know. I got one more. I don't know if you guys did this. This is to me, this is the most poor ghettoish shit ever version of a breakfast. I don't know if anybody else did it. A lot of people, I said it to a few people. They're like, "You're nasty." Did anybody ever make toast with butter on it?
Mm-hmm.
Cut them in half.
Yeah.
Get a cup of chocolate milk and dip it in the chocolate milk.
I mean, it's all going to the same place.
Yes and no. But here's the thing: it makes your chocolate milk creamy, and it still tastes good. People are like, "You're nasty. You got the butter in your chocolate milk and everything." That was a breakfast for me, man.
I think breakfast with her grandmother. Her grandmother would make what kind of coffee is it on the stove?
Stella. Yeah.
And put was it cheese in it?
My mom does cheese, or she does fucking crackers and mayonnaise. My mom loves mayonnaise and coffee for some reason.
Ugh. Okay, I love coffee. You're making my coffee world fucking start to crack. I don't know what's going on. I did hear in some countries, some people put cheese in their coffee, and I thought, in another country, they put salt in it. It's already bitter. They put salt in it. I'm like, what are you doing? Your blood pressure must be skyrocketing.
I think I could be wrong, but I want to say, or no, but it was when they made the cocoa like fresh with the cocoa and all that other. That's what it was.
Oh yeah, you gotta use milk for one. You gotta use milk.
Maybe
water.
Cheese in that. I have to use water. I don't like it with milk.
You're bugging.
I can't help
bugging. Why? You've been in upstate New York way too long.
I'll see you guys later.
That's what I'm saying. Like chocolate milk. It's cocoa. It's chocolate milk. It's hot chocolate milk, not hot chocolate water.
It's hot chocolate. You're fucking killing me, man.
They're just, I'm good.
I don't know, man. You must really hate milk.
I do. I don't want to say I hate it because obviously,
holy
cereal
shit.
It's almond milk.
It don't even taste like milk. It just makes your chocolate milk taste more like chocolate and creamy.
I don't know.
Instead of like hot water. You take a sip, you're drinking hot water.
Yeah, you're
with
drinking
an aftertaste of chocolate.
Like, I don't want chocolate tea. I want chocolate milk. Hot
There's
chocolate.
a reason why a nickname Swiss Miss is Swiss Piss. Because people use hot water and it tastes like shit.
I've never used hot water for that shit. It's always been milk.
No, I mean, your mom might throw a fucking brick at your head for using up the milk because she was going to make mashed potatoes that night. because you made a fucking cup of hot chocolate. But hey,
I would rather
good.
fucking start drinking the fucking packet by itself
Packet,
like
yeah.
fucking pixie sticks or like Fun Dip, bro.
Yeah. Fuck it. You're drinking a cup of hot water. It's nasty.
Just
All right, so commissary meal. Let's go with that really quick because commissary meal / broke meal. My growing up broke meal. One of my favorite was biscuits.
That's not broke meal, man.
And hot dogs.
If you could afford biscuits, you had a little bit of money.
No,
biscuits. Depends if you were making them homemade though. Different story. Doing the flour and everything together yourself.
The ones in the tube were cheap. They were like $0.25 back in the day.
I never got them. That was a treat. That was fancy meal right there. We're having some Pillsbury. Woohoo!
I never had like store-bought biscuits till I was like 18.
Nope. Here's my biscuits. It was only on Thanksgiving when they come out. It's those fucking dinner rolls, Mrs. Brown's or Brown's dinner rolls.
So
they were like $1 a pack.
What would be your commissary meal, Chris or James? And it has to be something
back then.
Yeah, not, just in general, it has to be something. It has to be like
that's good that I would eat today.
I almost not eat just your commissary meal, like if you're locked up. And the only reason why I say this is because like I almost feel like it has to be like a childhood meal because I feel like it's at a lower level than your childhood meal, of course, way lower. I feel like that cheap kind of throw together type of deal.
Okay, I already said the rice, butter, and sugar. That was one of them. The other one is pasta, usually like elbows with butter and Parmesan cheese.
Okay.
That was quick. That was
I got two that was like the like, yo, we're short on shit. This is what we're getting. It is what it is. Fucking like James said, some type of like buttered pasta with fucking hot dogs.
Hot dogs always. That's like a
fried
staple.
Hot dogs.
That's the one you can afford. You had like packs and packs of fucking hot dogs in the freezer.
Ghetto hamburger helper would be either.
No, hamburger helper lived on that shit too. Cheeseburger hamburger helper.
It would be ground beef with the Price Chopper mac and cheese, or cut up hot dogs with the Price Chopper mac and cheese, which was
a lot of pasta in my family. Loved like the jar sauce spaghetti.
Yep.
My grandfather would make this greasy fucking like noodle with sauce, right? It would be a red sauce, but there'd be fucking grease like that. You can see the sheen on the noodles, right? But he would make it sometimes with sausages and sometimes with hot dogs. I prefer it with the hot dogs. Fuck the sausages.
No, you know why? He didn't strain the sausage. He put that shit, the grease and everything in the fucking pasta.
Bro, that shit was so good though. Don't get me wrong, it was delicious.
It was like a heart attack. It's a bowl of heart attack that shit is.
You know, that's how he probably had heart issues. Damn. But either way, the other one my mom used to make was white rice, and she used to make scrambled eggs with peas and carrots. And you should throw that on top of the rice.
It's almost like a Chinese fried rice from a Chinese restaurant.
Fried rice?
No, the eggs and the rice were separate.
Oh, so you just ate everything? Okay.
Yeah, think of like if you were taking rice with chili, putting the chili on top.
Yeah.
You take the bowl of rice and then put the egg with the peas and carrots over top of it.
Gotcha. Okay. So, I can see that. I don't like peas, but I would try that.
When I ate eggs, the wife got me into white rice. You know, white rice seasoned up, of course, a little bit of butter. Sometimes it'd either be adobo or just salt and pepper, but with a couple fried eggs.
What do you eat for breakfast? Fucking Fruity Pebbles?
No, he eats like...
I do a smoothie.
Now, but if he's at work, this motherfucker came in and like fucking leftover dinner. He should be eating at fucking 8 o'clock in the morning, bro.
Well, nothing wrong with that.
I can't do it. It's the only meal I cannot eat regular food except for breakfast.
No, James, right now, I'll do like cream of wheat, but it's fucking hot now, so I've been doing a smoothie with like.
All right, that's good. That's more healthy choice. But like I said, I seen you come in with some crazy shit.
I can't help but I'm hungry.
Lasagna. Motherfuckers eating lasagna at 7 o'clock in the morning.
It's so fucking good. Like I'm the type of person. It doesn't. To me, food can be eaten just like vagina at any time of day or night.
God.
So, like, you know what I mean? Like I understand.
You get that Arby's beef sandwich going in the morning.
I understand that breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I get that 1,000,000,000%. But I'm just like, if I want fucking steak and waffles for breakfast,
waffles, I'll let you go, but not the steak part. You know, that's weird. Like I can, but I don't prefer it.
People do steak.
No, I understand that. That's weird about me. So here's the thing: I can do sausage bacon, Canadian bacon, even like maybe a piece of ham. But when it comes to steak, I can eat it if it's there, but I won't order it just because the steak. My brain automatically goes dinner.
Dinner, okay. So, and see, my brain doesn't go like that at all. At all.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm
It's-
just weird. Everybody, I told a lot of stories about food things, and people are confused. They're like,
I
"How are you fat?"
People have their
That's how fucked up my brain works with food. Where people go, you should be like 50 pounds.
people have their. I mean, people have their preferences though. People have their preferences. We still haven't rated Blood In, Blood Out. So James, really quick.
Oh yeah, that's right. Holy shit.
What is your rating for Blood In, Blood Out? Because we've been just talking.
Okay. Seriously, this movie surprised me. I liked it more than I thought I was going to like it.
Okay.
I'm going to give this a. I'll say a 7. I'll give it a 7. I was going to go higher, but yeah, it's a 7 for what it is, I guess.
Chris?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen this numerous times, like
First time
on TV back in the day when they would like air it all over the place on fucking like old school Channel 11, Channel 9, fucking when I was growing up and shit like that. And it was always the edited version, so I didn't get as good of some of these scenes.
Yeah.
Got this time.
There was good scenes. So, yeah, there was a good scene.
It was fucking long.
It was long, 3 hours and 10 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
But I wish it was longer.
Ooh,
because I wanted to see the next.
I think there's a part 2.
Is there?
I think.
Does it deal with Milo?
Because I think they said the last names of this family, the group, and the cover. I thought it looked like the white dude's on it again, like he's a kingpin now. When he gets out of prison or something, like he's like I could be wrong. It could be a total movie where someone just has the same concept of like a gang, the gang relationships. I don't know. And what brotherhood and shit with brothers. I don't know. I could be wrong. There might not be a part 2. I thought I seen a cover. It was a part 2 because it looked like the 3 lined up like they are, like this. I could be wrong.
Unless it's named a different.
It might be named something different.
Miklo? Could it be named Miklo? Blood In, Blood Out?
That's his name. He was Miklo.
Yeah. So maybe that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
No,
see?
I don't know. That's just really weird. I gotta do some research.
Yeah, do some research because that's what I'm saying. It kind of looks like yo, did they make a fucking part 2? But now it's just the story of Miklo.
Or is
like
it called Vatos Locos? Or is it called fucking what did they call the circle gang in jail or whatever?
Oh, the
Circle of Jerks.
No, it was like Quarturas.
No, I don't remember.
I forgot.
Quartatos?
I like this shit.
It was good.
I hated how fast paced a little bit the beginning of it was with
the beginning. Yes, I agree.
Like showing the 2 rival gangs or whatnot. Like if they were the only 2 rival gangs in that neighborhood, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But some of that shit was very fast paced with the. All right, everybody's having a good time. Everybody's having a bad time. Then they're getting into a fight. Then they're having a good time. Homeboy gets his fucking back broken and his tattoo cut off, and then it's starts this whole next wave of shit, and then it shows the artist
in a prison.
Yeah, and then the artist going through his struggles of and developing into a lot of heroin addict and all that shit.
They basically split up of the 3 close family members.
Yeah,
each one had their own path and their own story. Then they combined into each other.
I was really surprised that the one became a cop because he was like,
there's always one.
Yeah,
he was the one that you thought was going to either end up dead or locked up for the rest of this movie.
No,
just by acting like in the beginning.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, you could think of it like, again, how I said earlier, for you, James, I said, put your wife on a dummy mission. He put his cousin on that dummy mission when he's talking all this shit like, yo, you're not going to do anything, blah, blah, blah. But those kids when the dude was fucking tagging out on the wall, like.
Yeah, he touched them on. Yeah.
Had he not edged him on like that, all the other things wouldn't have went down.
I think he would have done it anyways because he was already he was the one who's talking shit, moving. He's like, we got to do something. He wanted to be like him. He wanted to be part of them so bad. That tattoo.
I
would have done anything.
I know that, but if he didn't push him to do it more, like, yo, you're not going to do anything.
He might have backed out. Yeah,
I don't think he would have got that egged on to really do it. I could be wrong, but I just feel like he would have been like, you know what?
And honestly, it wasn't bad. He blew out his window. The other ones broke the dude's fucking back.
Nah, because even before that, so my early rating for this is going to be...
oh, shit, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We started talking about it already.
I'll give this one a 7, too. Just because, like I said, I wish a few things were changed, and I wish it was a little bit longer to tell more of the story. But honestly, like, the kid was already... He was already primed. He was already ready to go because he got into the fight with his father on the construction site, defending the other Latinos and shit like that. You know what I mean? It's like his father just literally wanted him to be white, and that's it.
Yeah.
But he was defending the Latinos. He was defending, you know, what was right, and his dad was just treating him wrong, like fucking dirt slaves and shit like that. So I mean, he was already there. He already did time in juvie. He already did fucking, you know, shit there. So he was always ready to pull the trigger. Period. So,
but I still feel like at that point in the movie, which really quick, I gave this one a 9. I had a great time.
I had a feeling you were going to really like this one.
I love these type of movies, and I love seeing these movies from like a different, as far as like the jail movies, the fucking gang movies, all that shit. I love seeing it from a different cultural perspective. And it's cool how every single fucking story, no matter what race, you are, no matter what gang you're in, no matter what culture and all that other stuff, religion, they all basically start and end the same way. If you really fucking pay attention to it and look at the big spectrum, they might just call certain things a different thing or say it in a different way, not just because of languages, but as far as like, just in, you know, with everything, like kind of, and they say they go by different rules, but they just kind of say those rules in a different way. And at the end of the
basically, all the gangs had like the same rules. They just call them different things.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, it's the same exact fucking thing. Again, it's just told different or brought to you different because of where you grew up, the culture you're in, and all this other stuff, which is, it's very interesting to me. It's very like,
I mean, yes
like,
and no.
Well,
yes and no, because you could tell, even though they all live by a certain code, you can tell the difference between the Aryans who didn't give a fuck, they would rape anybody, their own, they didn't care, just get in line and we're going to work together, versus the black dudes that are like, fuck that, let them bring it to us, we'll do what we got to do, but we ain't fucking around with each other, and we're not fucking, you know, backstabbing ourselves. And then the Latinos are like, no, we got to be community, we got to live together, we got to help each other, let's work together and make this money to get up out of out of the shit together and shit like that. So the codes vary, you know what I mean? The codes definitely vary.
But I mean, the goals are basically pretty similar, you know what I mean? And the results are very similar as far as you get in, and I'm just saying, just for the tip, not for all of them, of course, but you get in the gang, you do these crimes, you end up locked up or dead, you end up locked up and snitching, or someone snitches on you, like all that, you know what I mean? It's pretty much like that chain. You might be one of those few that kind of just always falls through the cracks. It's not doing too much. That's doing just enough to kind of still get that quote unquote respect or street cred or whatever. I don't fucking know. But still staying under the radar to where you're not like getting locked up. You're not getting wiretapped yet because you're still under that line. Whether that's your choice or they're just like, you know what, you're great at this position, we're just going to keep you here type of deal.
It's about being smart and not fucking doing dirt in front of people or having fucking witnesses around it or telling anybody or bragging about it. Like, you know what I mean? You go do a job, you do a good job at it. You don't come fucking home telling all your homeboys that you just fucking did X, Y, and Z. You got done. Ain't nobody see you. Nobody knows except for now these 10 motherfuckers. You're an idiot. You know what I mean?
Yo, nowadays it would be this. Yo, TikTok, guess what? Yeah, man, I just robbed the fucking bank.
No, that happened actually.
No,
Cops found people on Facebook because they posted it.
That's what I'm saying. Is it like back in the day? I'm not saying every single person, but back in the day, that we all know people were braggadocious. They bragged about everything. They still do to this day. But I'm saying as far as like crime shit, like shit you shouldn't be bragging about.
Yeah, and those were the ones that got bagged.
They're bragging about it, and you have your few. Yo, bro, you.
Yeah, you know? but now they're
the ones that bragged about it ended up on a fucking in a body bag, whether it was by other people that they were due to retaliation or they got caught by the cops because somebody fucking said something.
Yeah.
Like in this movie, fucking Popeye fucking ended up calling the cops on them to be like, oh, there's a drug deal going down. It wasn't a drug deal, it was a fucking robbery. You know what I mean? And he got 2 of those dudes killed. Like, come on, man.
Yo, is it just me or did his voice bother you?
Who, Popeye?
Did his voice sound? It sounded weird. It sounded like
Popeye, yo, was him.
It was like he was trying to do talk like a white guy. most of the movie?
Yeah, a little bit. I almost thought he would, like, at first, like, I was looking away when he was first on the screen helping him through the jail thing initially, and I honestly thought I was about to see Luis Guzman on the screen. The fucking if I show you a picture of him, if you can't put a name to a face, but he was in Waiting. He was in the cop in that last movie that we saw.
The goat thing with you see his nutsack.
Yep.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You know,
but yeah,
it just threw me off. It was like because there was like pauses and everything. He was like,
I'll pull it up in a second.
Yeah, you go to South Street. It was like the voice sounds so fake.
Like when he was on the phone.
Yeah, it was.
So weird. He was definitely trying to change his voice.
It was so weird.
Yeah, I was expecting it to be him when fucking in jail at first. I was like, wait, what? But this movie had so many like bigger names from the ethnic fucking circles of Hollywood and shit.
Like the head of the African Americans. That dude was in the one. What else was he in?
He was in Gone in 60 Seconds.
Yeah, Gone in 60 Seconds.
What the fuck's his name? Dylan or something?
I forget his name, man. All the time.
You had the cop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that wasn't? No, that was Vin Rames, right?
Vin Rames was in there. Yeah, he was the.
Who's the black?
Was it? Yeah, he was the fucking the gang unit guy from the prison.
There we go.
What the fuck, Gary Zemeckis, or I forgot the other guy's fucking name. That was the warden. We had Danny Trejo in here. We had Danny Trejo. Fucking,
even though he wasn't in a lot of like major scenes, but yeah, they even threw him in there. He was in there.
Yeah, but he's
part of the four.
Danny Trejo's the type of person to where like we all know who he is.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So it's like
Billy Bob Thornton actually healthy.
Yeah, that's shocked. I was like, yo, is that fucking Billy Bob?
Yep.
And the other dude right here, what's it? Valame, what's his name? Rodriguez?
He
was at the George Lopez show.
Which one were you talking about? Yep. Valente Rodriguez. Yep. He was also. He's also in
George Lopez. So he was Ernie. He was George's best friend.
Yeah, he was Ernie. Yeah.
George. And when I seen his face, I was expecting to see George Lopez a lot, just because.
Who else?
Yeah, Vin Rames.
Yup, right there. Yeah, he was in there.
We have Vanessa Marquez. We had Hold on. You're going kind of fast here.
You know what I like about this? What I love about this movie is they actually cast the characters.
Hold on. Roxanne Dawson, Vanessa. Scroll down one more. Vanessa who? What was her name? Oh, I already said her. What the fuck was? There was one more person here that I was like, yo, that's so dope.
Down this way. You want me to go back up?
No, I can't remember now. It's on the tip of my tongue. Yeah, go back up real quick.
Go up to the top.
Enrique Castillo, I know from a bunch of other like fucking like Chicano type shit. Bro, there was another woman in here that her name stuck out to me so bad, and I was like, wait.
Her?
No, not Jenny. No. Hold on, I'll find it. What the fuck was the name of that person? I was like, yo, that's super dope that she was in here.
You don't remember?
No, but yeah, they had some good actors in here. It's this is a good movie. I liked it.
No, this is a really good movie.
Especially the prison parts. The prison parts was the favorite for me. Like when he got out and shit, I'm like, okay, this is decent. But when he got back, like as soon as the prison shit, it was like,
I feel like
I'm drawn to. I'm like, oh, this is badass.
You know what it is, and it's not even from the jokes that we said, stories myself watching that. I think it's more so the story kind of felt more real.
No, yeah, exactly. Like the part he was tricking him where he's doing the sexual thing.
A better told story. The whole story was great. Don't get me wrong.
Sucking the dude's finger. Oh, that white dude. I seen him in a few other movies too.
Yeah,
the chef guy.
Sucking the dude's finger and all that.
Yeah, he was sucking his finger. He was like, oh. I was like,
I hated the shit with the little brother, man. I was so
that was fucked up. That's what I'm saying. That was his story though. That was the other one story. His brother died because of his addiction.
Heroin
addiction. And now he's 10 years fucking heroin addict.
Yep, because of that whole thing with
his friends are fucking dicks. Just show up.
Oh, fucking gallery. But
ghetto as fuck walking up in there and shit.
You have to think
shit.
though, James, like just imagine being in that environment, and that's
No,
all.
I get that, but I'm like, come on, man. I'm like, you know, you can't show up like that.
That's literally all you know, and you don't even know like when your friends at like an art gallery like this, and selling also paintings, to just kind of I won't even say tone it down. I'll say just completely turn it off, and just
No,
act.
you gotta turn it off. And for one, if you have a feeling your friends are going to show up, you tell them, like, dude, if you guys show up, this is an important thing. Don't
embarrass me.
Yeah, don't embarrass me.
Like,
Just act normal. Wear decent clothes.
How would you say it? Like, dress and act like you're going to church?
Yes.
Your grandmother? Dress
No,
and act
how about you dress like you got some sense in class, motherfucker?
Yeah,
that's literally how I would say it.
Yeah.
Don't fucking embarrass me. I'm trying to make this my life.
No, but Chris, I get how you would say it, but I'm just saying so it would like reflect with them and in this environment, in this type of culture.
Maybe church will work. That's the number one thing. Go to dress on your Sunday clothes and act your manners like you were in church.
With your grandmother. And because
yeah.
I know I can't even say just Spanish. I feel like in all cultures.
No, all cultures. Like, listen, you know, everybody knows what class and respect is.
Yes.
Respect your elders. Respect fucking the environment you're around at the time.
Respect Sir Sturdy. Yeah,
you know, shit like that. It's not hard. Be fake, even though it's like not you. You're fake for a fucking half hour or something.
I won't even say be fake though.
Like, yo, this ain't the street shit.
No, it's fake. If you're street 100% or whatever.
Okay.
You can't. When you shut it off to you, you're fake. You're like, this is not me, motherfucker.
But I will say though, even to that, what we're saying, because we watch other kind of, if you want to call it like a gangster flick or whatever. I don't know what you would classify.
Oh yeah, mafia. We watch a lot of types of gangster.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of other films to where like when you're around the women and children, you're respectful. When it's just you and the dudes, you're a thug. But when you're around the women and children, you're very respectful. You kind of tone that shit down. It's like, yo, Rodrigo.
That's all you had to do, but they did. They went full blown.
Don't bring the guns in. Keep them shits outside. My daughter's here. You know what I mean? All them wild dudes, the real wild shooters that people are looking for, stay the fuck away from here. Stay the fuck away from me.
Yeah, stay away from me, man. I'll tell you about it tomorrow.
Yeah.
No disrespect. Like
this
I'm not saying I'm not trying to embarrass from here or something.
Even with those same things, like that person that has that gift, whether it's the fucking best athlete in the neighborhood or best athletes in the neighborhood, or for him, he was the best artist in the neighborhood, if they would keep them up. Yo, listen, you're not in the gang, but we have your back. We'll protect you. But fucking go home, do your homework, practice your craft, go train, do what you got to do. Stay the fuck away from here. That's
you're the one that made something out of yourself, out of all of us.
That way you can come help some of us, or at least help our kids. We're going to keep doing this. We'll protect you. But you stay far the fuck away from this. We don't want you tied to this shit at all. Yeah. And it's like that with this movie.
But it's crazy. He became just because it's bad. It makes sense. Because usually that's what in real life, it usually starts off with the pills. Yeah. You get the pills and you need something stronger, and it moves on to heroin.
He even said it, though, when he got out of the hospital and his brother gave him the 2 pills.
Yeah.
He was like, does this help? He was like, they don't really do anything. He's like,
shit. Yeah, he was like, I'm just getting high, man. I'm just eating them. Yeah.
But the morphine is what really does it.
Yeah.
So, right.
Yeah, his brain was triggered already. His brain was like, yo.
Alcohol and weed. So I'm sure with the heroin thing, it was probably he took the pain away from him. So I'm sure in the beginning, and I'm not condoning
to this day, man. I'm not promoting it or nothing, so I don't even want to say anything that it will sound promoting.
Same here.
But I'm ignoring the heroin comments because I watch podcasts and everything, and people talk about it, and it's just fucking crazy.
No. What I was gonna say with that is he was doing it because it wasn't the morphine medication, but it was something or the morphine drug, I should say. It was something to where he can get his hands on, probably for super cheap, and he can get his hands on it a lot easier than the morphine to take that pain away. And I'm sure
you can't get morphine on the street.
And again, I'm not
condoning. I never know anybody who says, "Yo, you got that morphine."
We are not condoning this. The only thing we condone is weed and alcohol. That's when you're 21 and older. But I feel like he may have started, even though they didn't show it, but he probably started out with like small doses just to take, they
didn't show it. Yeah, they're showing the pills, but you automatically know the pills. They're like, oh, this motherfucker went to heroin now.
Yeah, well, they did eventually show it, but no, what I'm getting at is they didn't show like the progression from him.
Oh yeah, no.
You know what I mean? From him starting with just a little bit, just a little hit or whatever. I don't know anything about that shit. To using the whole, you know what I mean, pushing the whole fucking plunger in.
No. There was 3 different stories, but I think the main story was the gang inside the prison. The prison The prison lifestyle, it seemed like it was the main, becoming a drug cartel, kind of taking over the city. I own this town type shit.
You could say that, but you can also say as far as the whole family dynamic, as far like how.
Well, gang family, because that's what's more important to him. It was the fucking taking over.
But at the same time, you had the two brothers, and then it was a brother and stepbrother, or brother and half brother. I'm not sure what they were. I forgot. Did they have the same mother?
You know,
And
it's
then
dude. You want to, they're all cousins. The three, but not gang.
Yeah,
there,
the
no
one
was
that was
related.
the cop and the artist were stepbrother, and then the white boy was cousin.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know, in my head while I was watching this, because you just reminded me, I was like, oh, that I would say this at the podcast if we're like talking right now watching this. The dude, blue eyes, ends up taking over everything. And I was like, oh, of course, they let the fucking white man take over everything again.
Oh shit.
No, those white side of them, they fucking had to take over. They had to use that part of them to take over the fucking gang.
I'm gonna say this though, yo.
It was smart though. That dude had a brain. He started off like nothing, like he trying to get in. Then he ended up taking over everything.
A few times though, James, his innocence was on the line.
Yo, few times, yeah. They're like, yo, you're fresh meat. You're tasty looking.
I thought he was going to get
the first thing. I thought when they locked him, when the dude closed the cell behind him, when he'll show him around, fucking Popeye. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, this is happening now.
Yeah, well, then he was like, "Are you gonna give it to me, or do you want me to rape you?"
Right. Yo, that's a real question, man. Because what is it? Booty Warrior said that in his interview. He's like, "You want this the easy way or the hard way?"
He said,
"That's basically the same question."
Yeah, he said that was such a funny.
You're going to bend over, or I'm going to force you to bend over.
He was like, "I like you, and I want you. Now we can do this the easy way." Or
yeah, the hard way. That's a serious question in prison, man.
Like he said booty was more important than food, water, and air.
Yeah. He said that was the price. That was the high class. That what took over
thing. And he was like when we got young, you know, the young thugs that come in here when they're coming here, what they call that, sagging. He was like, that's sexy to me. Holy shit! I'll show you guys the after the podcast. I thought that shit was hilarious.
No, I know what you're talking about.
That interview was crazy. Was it Don? What's his name?
You could literally just YouTube the Booty Warrior.
I forgot his name.
Me too.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. Funny though.
James.
Funny, but not funny. It's not supposed to be funny, but it's funny.
I mean, we can go back to.
That's how he says it.
We can go back to what movie was it? I forgot what movie was it where we watched a movie where a woman was almost raped in the movie.
It was the last one on. Yeah, it was Gutter Balls.
Gutter. Okay, so yeah, raped. All of us are like angry at that scene, but the almost raped and blood in, blood out. I was laughing, fucked up.
It's because how they portray it. It's like they made like a comedy thing, like how he said it.
Kind of over.
You can't help. You're like the same thing with the finger thing. It's not supposed to be funny, but when the guy was like, when he was tricking him, he started sucking on his finger. That shit was funny. I was like, oh shit, he actually fucking doing this to, you know. I'm like,
I mean, I'm with you on that, James, but I also think it's just obviously in real life, it's not funny if somebody gets sexually assaulted.
No.
But in movie life, it's just funny if it happens to a guy. Like if it happens to a chick, you're like, yo, that's fucked up. What the fuck?
I mean, that's kind of real life, though. I mean, you're in a situation where there's nothing else to barter with. There's no real currency other than like cigarettes and commissary. So what are you doing? You got to do what you got to do to survive, right? You either learn to fucking accept the game that you got to play now, or you fucking get crushed by the shit that you're faced with. So
men joke around like, yo, we'll take sex anyways. Like that's not like I'm willing 24/7. It's not rape. It's willing. You know that joke? Like don't threaten me with a good time. It's not rape. It's willing. It's a joke. But if it's a time, it's if anything makes you feel violated, like even if it's like a lot of people use the stereotype of like, oh no, he wanted the chick was hot. If you were not into it and she forced herself and you feel yourself as violated, that's rape. You know, if you're like, no, I don't want you.
Speak on it.
It's rape. It's a true story. Men do get raped
by women, not just by other.
By women.
By women.
But it's less talked about because everybody takes it as like, yo, you lucky motherfucker, like teachers.
Yeah.
Now the thing is, I had a lot of crushes on teachers.
I wish.
I wish. No, I'm not lying. There were 2 teachers I had crushes on. And in my brain, I'm like, I fucking wish. Now, if it was a teacher, like a fucking teacher I hated, like that, like one of those mean teachers and not good looking, and she forced, then yes. But part of me feels like in my young brain, I had a crush on these. I was like, I wanted it to happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's different.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this, like, because I'm in that same boat as you gentlemen. And I didn't want to get here, but we're here. I feel like even if it was one of those teachers that you found like almost semi attractive, and she's just gonna whatever, which we shouldn't even be saying this. We'd probably still say yes to that too, especially in your teenage years and all that other shit.
Aaron, I just think you're just so highly sexual active. Like you're so into sex, like sex addict. You don't give a shit. Like on accident, if you drop the ice cream cone, you're naked one day, your wife's out, and your dog licks the ice cream cone off your nut, you'll probably lay back and just let it happen.
No. Absolutely.
He peeks around, he's like, no one's here.
All right.
Clean that up real quick.
Okay, I'll admit, I'm a pretty freaky, nasty dude, but that is way past crossing the line. Like there's a line. I do have my limits. And that's not even on the list of even like thinking, like, you know what I mean? Like that's a no. No. That's weird.
So okay, so how far does your brain go? Not that now I'm not saying bestiality, but now how far does your brain go? Like, say you're drunken night. Is your brain automatically like you're a drunken night? You're like, I don't give a fuck, I got mine. It didn't matter what the girl looked like at the time. I got mine.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay, all right. See, that's the difference.
But that was back in the day, single day, either wingman or just like it's been a minute. So fuck
well,
it.
of course, when you're single, I'm not saying like you're going to cheat on your wife because someone grabbed you, a lady knocked you down, an old lady took her teeth out, and you're like, hey, I couldn't help it, but I enjoyed it though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying shit like that. I'm saying,
are you ready, baby?
Yeah, of course. Like saying you're single, like you would not fight against it. You'll look around like, okay, lady.
You know how awesome it would feel to be gubbed down? Dude, doesn't have to be an old lady.
Yeah, okay. I never thought of it, honestly.
I've thought of it a lot.
I never did. I thought of it a lot. Every time. He's like, I watch Golden Girls. I'm thinking every time.
Yo.
That Blanche, man. That Blanche.
All four.
That Southern hussy.
He said all four of them. Even the old lady. He's like, I'll take down fucking mama.
Estelle.
He's like, I'll take her down.
Can you hand me my
Jesus Christ. Okay.
I'm about to take.
So we're gonna have someone. We're gonna have like a fucking therapist or something want to come on the podcast with us. Like, what's wrong with you guys?
We gotta resolve some issues here.
Yeah, we got some issues.
Put the pudding on that and clean that bad boy up. Like, hell yeah!
Jeez,
here's the glass. Put them teeth in there. Get that. What kind of pudding do you want? Tapioca, rice.
Damn. Dip it in real quick. He's like, here you go. I made a popsicle stick for you. Pudding pop. You want the pudding to pop?
Wow.
Oh man,
I can see Aaron doing that, doing the Bill Cosby expression. He's like, "Would you like my pudding pop?"
Oh man, I don't know how I'd react to that.
I don't know, but you know the thing is, Aaron, you'll score big with the older ladies. I heard nursing homes and shit are highly sexually active.
I think that's when you're like old and nasty.
Dude, yeah, that you don't give a fuck no more. Yeah, you don't.
Like, I feel it. As a matter of fact, I think there's studies showing that that's like where the most STDs are spread.
Yeah, nursing homes are.
Yep.
Just go at it. They're like, you know what? We're here. We have maybe X amount of years left. Let's just fuck. I'm not mad at it. I respect it. You know.
No, good for them. They're getting theirs. I'm not saying good for them. But shit, I wish I'm like that when I'm older. You know.
How would you feel though? Which all my grandparents are gone. So how would you feel like going to visit your grandmother? Some nigga just walks in the room. Like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, no, what the fuck?
Motherfucking him. You better leave my grandmother alone, motherfucker.
He's like, oh, you're just watching the wall, and just walks away, pulling his pants up. He has his diaper in his left hand, going to his room.
Like, yo, I'm gonna fuck you up, Mr. Johnson. When I see you, I'm gonna beat the dog shit out of you. Leave my grandmother alone.
Okay, we can't get into this because I'm gonna start crossing the line. Like, I want to know what their dirty talk is.
Oh God.
He's like, yeah, take my diaper.
I'm good. I had enough with X.
Okay, let's go back to the movie, guys. All right.
How the fuck did we get?
I don't know. I don't know anymore.
How the fuck did we get that far off the movie?
I don't even know. Sorry, whoever's listening. Sorry.
Commissary food and crazy shit.
Christ. All right, let's get back to it.
You said it. Fucking Christ.
Oh fuck! All right.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
You know what's crazy? Well, you know what I like how they showed in this movie too is just from watching prison documentaries and hearing podcasts and all this shit. Is like the whole race thing, how they kind of portray.
Oh, they separate. Like you know what it is? It's like high school too, but not race. It's like cliques. Like you got the jocks, the goths, you got the skateboarders on one. It's the same thing in life. It's like it's like the wild. You got your lions, your zebras. Everybody knows what group you are, and you separate.
That's actually a really.
You know what I'm saying? Even though it should be blended, but everybody's like, you know what you know, so that's where you go. You know what I'm saying? There you go. It's like that's a rhyme. There you go. And I'm Eminem now. Yeah. So you're going to automatically drawn to what you know. So
you hear that, Chris? White people rhyme 2 words together.
I am different though. I am white people. But if I ever somehow go to prison, I am not going to go to the fucking racist bald or the skinhead group. Nope. I will sit in the middle of the yard.
You're going to be in the independent.
I'll sit on the ground and say, listen, guys, I'm none of you motherfuckers. I'm like, no, you're not going to want me. You're not going to want me because you're sticking to your shit. I'm just me.
You know what's crazy too, James? Is like the biggest white gangs are like the racist ones. So it's like if you want, it's like okay, I'll go with a gang that's predominantly white but not necessarily racist for protection. But it's like the biggest, strongest one that really can protect you is like the skinheads.
Yeah, no, that's what it is. It's always
like for example,
it's for protection. That's the thing is you're not racist or anything, but you have to go
like
to your group because of the protection.
Us 3 would have to technically be split up. Like nah.
But here's the thing in prison. They go, oh, they're going to protect me. Who's protecting you from them? Your own inner circle is going to fucking rape you. You're fresh meat, man.
They want them cakes.
You got those beautiful blue eyes.
Oh,
and you got your pretty mouth. You got your pretty mouth.
I thought he was going
to you're going to do it, man.
I honestly thought someone was going to rip him in this movie.
Yo, it's crazy how they portrayed that's what makes I was thinking, like, if you want to go deep, like how some people I think from movies is where people think that homosexuality is a choice. Because you weren't gay until you're in prison. And now you're taking it, you've got a bitch and all that, you're fucking guys and everything. So you're gay all this time. This is where people think it's a choice. Like you're in prison, that's the only way you're gonna have sex. You're in there for life. Of course you're gonna end up fucking a guy, you know what I'm saying? Or a woman in the women's prison. You chose to be gay.
You can't choose.
That's you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's not a choice, people. They get raped. You see it?
Yeah.
It's not a choice. They're the one that takes it. They don't give it.
They don't give it.
Well, by force you do. But
that's rape.
Yeah, but no, there is times. Sometimes it's just, you know what it is? Your hormones take over. Like like back in the day, no one wants to believe it. Romans, when they went to wars that lasted 3 years because there was no cars and tanks for sexual release and everything, there was a lot of homosexual stuff going on. It don't mean they were gay, or maybe they were. I don't know.
Every civilization, you can't fight natural instinct. And
exactly.
You know what I mean?
You are on the earth to mate, produce, eat, shit, sleep, and provide.
We're the only thing on this planet that goes, a couple weeks ago on the Breakfast Club, fucking Charlemagne gave somebody the donkey of the day because they fucking dropped their dog off at the pound because it sniffed another dog's butt and tried to hump it because it was a boy.
My dog's gay. Yeah, that's bad, man. That's extreme homophobic.
Humans are just retarded instead of just
but here's the thing:
if
you spin it around, if you want to know how a true human or any animal in this world acts, you got to look them as a child or a preteen when you go into puberty. How many times were you sitting there thinking of what can you grab to make where it'll feel good so you can fuck it? Like there's some people like couch cushions. Some people take a sponge, make their own fucking like fleshlight.
Stuffed animal.
It's not what it is. Stuffed animal. You cut a hole in it. Your pillow. Your
fucking watermelon, a fucking grapefruit, whatever.
If you don't have
whatever.
If you don't have another human or a species next to you to fuck, you're going to find something to fuck. Your brain is meant to produce. You want to fuck. That's why people get horny. That's your hormones kicking in.
Mm-hmm.
You want to release. So That's what it is. But that's how I think that from movies and shit. I think that's where people are getting where they think it's a choice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying with that.
But
One.
I really not getting deep into it. Is like I have.
Innocence taken.
Yeah. No, my ass is not a virgin no more. No, I'm kidding. But no, family members. LGB, all that. I got family members and friends, and I believe them. It's not choice. They start learning when they're a child, like 6-year-old. It's not the toys either. It's not the Barbies or anything. If you look at a boy a certain way or a girl a certain way, that's what you are. So when you're young, it's not to the extreme. It's not like you're humping them. It's just what your attraction is.
You can play it just like this. So, not everybody likes Twix, and not everybody likes.
Yeah, exactly. Some people hate cake. Some people love cake. Some people's a pie person.
Not everybody likes fucking Skittles.
But here's my main motto: it's not my fucking business.
Not at all.
That's what I go by. I worry about me, and that's it. I know who I am. You could do you. It don't not bother me. I don't judge you for it. I could be your friend. I'm open to everybody. I don't care. That's you. Do your thing.
He's right.
So you want to say, hey, I don't like the girl who married a fucking ghost. Do your thing, girl. Get that fucking ghost dick.
I'm gonna say this, people. You will get those jokes just like everybody else gets those jokes.
Oh, joke, man. But I'll tell you, I'm honest on that part. But there's a TikTok. I don't know. This might be staged. There's a girl on TikTok. It's an old video. It's like when I first got on TikTok. There's this girl that says she has a tick, and she calls it sucking ghost dick. She'll be talking to her like she was washing dishes. Her mom next to her, and all of a sudden she's doing washing dishes, and she's like, and her mom's like looks at her and goes, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And she's like, and she says it's like she sucking ghost. I love sucking ghost dick or something. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Wow.
So you see wild shit like that, but hey, whatever gets you happy. Hey, that makes you happy. Sucking that ghost dick. All right, go for it.
She Caucasian, James?
No, she was not. She was African American.
Really?
Yes.
Holy shit! Wow.
Yeah. I was like, it was probably staged. I'm going to say, I don't know if it's a real tick. That is some crazy ass tick, though. I would never leave the house. You'll be in line at the bank cashing the check, and all of a sudden you're like,
this fucking guy.
You're like, damn, man.
Are you choking, sir?
No, I'm telling you, dude.
Yes and no.
No, she makes it looks exactly like you know what she's doing.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
That's funny shit, though.
That's funny.
But yeah. But anyways, the serious part. Let's get back to the movie
before we wrap this one up.
Yeah, I'll wrap it up soon. No, I really enjoyed it. I like these type of movies. I like how there were separate stories, but they did mainly focus on the inner circle of more than family. Like they loved their family, but the dude chose basically the family was the gang. The gang brotherhood was life.
Yeah. That's what he basically said that though. That
so
the gang is his family.
And he wanted to protect his family, and if he didn't think like one of the elders, the OGs that were there forever, because they're not moving forward fast enough for them. Like, no, you should do this, man. It'll benefit for us. Mm-hmm. No, we're going to play it this way. We all need, like you said, Aaron, like we all need to help each other. He wasn't having it. So he found a way, even though he loved this dude, was like a father figure, he ends up fucking taking him out just so he can get control. But here's the funny thing is, you look at it, he's basically against the others too. He was doing all this shit, playing for his power, and he had the one dude who's like, yo, I'll die for you. But he didn't realize what this motherfucker was doing either. It's like, yo, he just took out your leader for the benefit of him, not for the group. The group is second nature. This is for him most of the time. This is his brain work. He's like, I want control of this shit. That's what his lifestyle was. Yeah. But then it comes to protect my familia, my family. I will protect you guys. But his goal was to take over.
I could definitely, I agree.
So that's where I got from it. But that's like all those type of movies are. You see all these prison movies where it's the new guy coming in, and somehow they ended up taking over the whole fucking empire, the cartel and everything, because they have a plan to have everybody turn on the main leader.
Yep.
Then now you're the hero of the fucking group.
See,
Like
and
you
I
were
mean,
right, man.
I don't know if that was his intent from the get go. It's just
No,
that
I'm
when
not
shit
saying
hit
it
the
did.
fan, he was kind
Yeah.
of like, "Yo, you need to be forward thinking here, and we got to take action. You're trying to
Exactly.
just sit back. I don't
Mhm.
think this is going to
Yeah,
work
no,
out
I'm
good."
not. He just wanted to fit
You
in.
know
I
what I
don't think
mean?
that was his goal in the beginning. I'm just saying when he was there and he was
I
seeing
hate
what
the
how the
fact that
shit
he
goes
did.
down.
I hate the fact that that played
I
out the way it
agree.
did.
I,
You know what I mean?
I agree, but I knew it was going to go that route because usually that's what happens.
But I mean, he played it perfectly to fucking not only get the backing of the ally for the moment and then capitalize on that and start taking out the blacks as well. He took out the whites, he took out the blacks, and he
He
said, "Fuck
used
it,
his
now we're gonna
cousin.
control it all."
He used his cousin's plan
Yep,
and spun it for a favor for his.
yep,
He was like, "This is a perfect fucking thing. I can use this."
Yep.
We'll wait 6 months. Everybody truce 6 months, and he lied. Just snuck around and took out all the fucking gangs.
No, they did it on the 6 month mark on Day of the Dead.
Oh, they did it exactly the day.
Yeah.
You're right. Yep, you're
Yep.
right. It was, yep, they did wait. So it was
But it's just crazy
an
how it all
honorable thing.
played out.
They did keep their word.
Yep.
But yeah,
They
it was
kept their word.
crazy.
They went after the whites, and then all of a sudden they were like, "All
It
right,
was
job's
crazy.
done. Now take out the blacks."
Yo,
Like,
honestly, I'm white, but I'm glad they got taken out. Fucking racist bastards.
I'm not mad at that. I'm
yeah,
not
a
mad.
lot of them.
It's
a lot
not a
of
front
them-
either. I hate negativity like that.
Oh no, I'm with
It gotta be a group of kids next to me. If they're acting a fool and saying some shit like that, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? I want nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
not at all.
I hope you cross the street and a fucking bus hit you.
Your
I
parents,
hope Milklo comes after you.
This
man.
is why the world is shit, because of fucking negative talking like that from you
Yeah.
fuckers.
like, do your parents have the same parents? Yeah,
Yeah,
why?
no.
Isn't that normal? No,
Mm.
absolutely not.
Wow. I don't think races are all the parents are sleeping with each
Yeah,
other.
I don't think everybody's inbred.
It's the day and age where they grew up in, man. Like everybody has a story with their great grandmothers or something, great
all I'm gonna
grandmothers
say is,
and
if you're
grandfathers.
to me, if you're racist, you're an inbred. I'm not even gonna apologize.
Dude, okay, time out.
That's
Time out.
not the case.
No, time out, Aaron. You're telling me honestly. I'll go even deeper. Not your grandfather, but his father. You're telling me there was no like these motherfucking crackers, no racism that comes out of that mouth.
Well,
Because
yeah, but look at what they were being put through, though.
no, I get that, but I'm saying it was the time everybody talked shit about everybody's
Yeah.
race.
No, but
It's like everybody did it. I know,
I guess
I'm not saying
so,
the whites are the devils. I understand that. I'm not saying that. We're still the shit. I understand. I'm just saying, like everybody's grandparents, like they had no filter. At a day and age, if they're still alive right now, they'll be like, "Oh, look at this
yeah.
fucking cracker coming down our street," or something. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll come out. And the thing is, you know it's wrong, but how they say you're like, man, yo, grandma's fucking crazy. You like say it to your brothers, like you laugh, you're like this bitch is nuts. You don't sit there yelling like that's racist, grandma, but that's how they grew up. You're not going to change. They're like, fuck you. That's what we did back. That's their excuse. That's what we did back there. That's what we said.
Yep.
So everybody has a couple in their family. Can't hide them. I won't believe it if you said your family's perfect and no one said you're a liar.
But no one's perfect. No
one's perfect.
You know,
Everybody
and we're
has
never
to-
going to get rid of the notion of racism until everybody stops talking about race, period.
And that's the thing. It's
Whether
like
it's
right now,
joking
it
and
just,
keeping it light or anything like that, it's never going to go
exactly.
away if it's constantly fucking reinforced.
Exactly.
Even if it's in a funny way, it's in a positive way, that's still going to keep things on the forefront of people's minds. They're going to still take it and they're going to be like, oh, you know what? That was okay. That wasn't too hurtful. We laughed about it. So now I'm going to say that. But then behind closed doors, someone might really fucking tell somebody what they really felt about the situation. And it just perpetuates the cycle over and over again.
There goes to my, and this fits into my model too. Mind your fucking business.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Leave people the fuck alone. Mind your business.
Fucking Christ. When people do what they need to do to provide.
Final ratings, gentlemen.
It's I'm going to bump it up. I might bump it up to an 8. I really enjoyed this one. I didn't hate it. It was long, but I didn't mind that it was long.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Kelvin was right about that part. He's like, yo, it's long. He goes, but
it's not like
it's not like a super slow burn long.
Excuse me.
Like
it wasn't boring. It was good. I liked the storylines. I liked everything that went down in it. Even outside the family shit, like in the beginning, the gangs, when he gets out of jail again, it was decent, but not as good as the prison part. The prison part was the whole story. That shit was like like crazy, like the back ends of shit, the money trading, how to fucking take out the one group. That shit was cool. So
I mean, gambling rings, drug rings,
yeah,
selling
everything.
ass, like it
Yeah,
was all
something.
there. You know what I mean?
Oh, that was a funny scene, by the way, when the dude showed him around. You had the
Yeah.
line up of the fucking what are they called, pretty boys or something? I forgot the
Girls or whatever they call them. I don't know.
Yeah, they're like, hey, I'm like, oh fuck, here we go, right off the rip. It reminded me of the movie what Adam Sandler did a remake, the fucking the football movie in prison.
Oh,
Gridiron Gang.
Yeah, it reminded me of that with the one like who was it? Tracy Morgan played the fucking you know, that shit was funny. It reminded me of that's my brain went automatically like, yeah, like it's hilarious. I was like, oh fuck, or fucking in Living Color.
Yeah.
Okay, was it Wanda or I forgot her name?
Yeah. I think so.
It was funny. But yeah.
What did I give it initially? 7.5?
7.
7? Yeah, I'm good with the 7.
All right.
And I'm gonna stick with my 9 for this. I just had a good time with this movie. Again,
I recommend it. Will I watch it again? Like I said, everybody knows how I am. I won't go hunting for it. I would watch it if someone's like it's on. You know,
if it was on TV or if it was on TV or if the wife wanted to watch it,
this argument's always going to lean the same. It could be the best movie in the world.
What up,
I'll move it on to the newest.
Yep.
Oh, another horror movie. Speaking of different podcasts, guys, because Chris is not here, so my brain's thinking we're fucking horror. We should review the movie Men. That's coming out.
Send it in the group. Send it in the horror group chat.
There's a movie called Men coming out. It's a new horror movie.
Nice.
So I'm curious what that one. I seen clips, but not the full trailer.
Better yet, email me the movie cover of it, and I'll throw it on.
Okay, if I remember that. All right.
Good. Just say the name in the group chat, and
then. We should do the Northman for Popcorn Pints.
Northman. Same thing with that. Send it in the thing. But I got to get this one wrapped up. I had a good time with this episode.
Yeah. We went pretty late tonight.
3 of us. It's funny. I thought this was going to be a shorter episode.
Me too. No, we ran about food and fucking.
Yeah, we talked about pretty much everything.
Everything. Jesus Christ.
But let's.
You know what it is? Chris wasn't here to put us back on track.
He wasn't.
With his facts, he's like, "Oh, another fact about the movie. He didn't put us in our place. We just rambled."
We do get off track with him too, though.
Yeah, but he takes it back sometimes.
We'll blame.
He's like, "Fuck." He's like, "Let's go." Yeah, we're gonna blame him. He wasn't here. Thanks, Chris. You made us fucking
ramble
off tracks here. Damn
jerk.
Selfish.
Yo, it's the Worst Damn Gamer Ever. Hope you enjoyed the content here tonight. You can find me on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, TikTok, Twitter. Come shout me out, say a word, enjoy the content. The Twitch or the TikTok is what I've been concentrating on. Getting a little bit more down on the Instagram as well. But if you're on my chat in Twitch, thank you so much. I just recently became affiliated. Watch tonight at midnight. In about an hour, we're doing another podcast. This one's mine. It's called The Midnight Matinee with the Worst Damn Gamer Ever. We're on episode, I think, 16 of the Marvel MCU universe, which is going to be Captain America, Civil War. So get down in the conversation. Let's talk tonight. Let's get going. And I'll see you soon. Don't forget to go check out the Z Network. You can also go check out Dreams the Creator, another great asset to us. He helps us with pretty much everything with the imagery, the sound, setting it up. Pretty much had his hand on everything that we started to do here. So greatly appreciate him. If you need somebody to do some photography work for you, editing, music, jingles, whatever, or teach you how to use these programs and set up a stream or set up, any of your equipment, he's the guy for you. Find him on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Our boy up in Canada, Kyle the Angry Canadian, running the show over on So Good at Scary. Super dope content in the horrorscape. This one's super great for all of us who are content creators or movie film makers or whatnot, because if you have a project that's 30 minutes or less in the horror realm, you can drop it into the Facebook, and that'll give us actually credit or not credit, permission to review it live on one of the podcasts that we'll do, and Sturdy will tell you more about that. But you can find that on Instagram, Facebook, and on TikTok, with tons of interactive stuff on TikTok. So if you love horror, go check that out. And Joe, of Any Last Words, super dope host. She has a Patreon for support. She's on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch as well. Go check out her content. She does origin stories, she does ghost stories, she does recipes and cooking shit all in the dark space. She has her own magazine that she just started now as well. She's been featured in magazines, so go check out her stuff. There's a reason people are engaging with her. She's super dope. Enjoy her shit, and we'll see you on the Z Network later.
What's up? As you guys know, I hope you know by now, go to horrorsource30.com. You go to the website, you'll have all my stuff there to go follow me, subscribe, share, like, rate, review, all that good stuff for every single show we discuss on here. Horror Resource 30 is live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. We review a horror movie, we break it down, we have some fun with it. And as Chris just said, we also do the whole, we get a movie that's a half hour or less, we'll review it on there, post on So Good It's Scary. And we actually got one Thursday that you guys should check out. Thursday's episode. It was actually pretty good. It was a really good short film. And I say go click the link in the description and watch that short film. And then make sure you guys come on over to Popcorn and Pints and follow us everywhere on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Twitch, _Z_network. Everywhere else is Popcorn and Pints or Popcorn Pints. And you'll be able to see our lives. And eventually I'm going to get the audios caught up so you can hear our audios when you're on your way to work, to or from work, or at work, or wherever you're at. You can listen to us. Then you got Stories from a Bar. He was doing, I believe he was doing some content, or at least a connection with a band that he did content with. I believe that's what it was. That's why he wasn't here with us, Stories from a Bar, Chris. But you can catch his podcast, Facebook. Go follow him on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Everywhere you listen to podcasts, you're going to get some awesome brewery talk with some independent bands and independent artists, musicians, and you're going to have a great time with that. So make sure you guys go check all that out. And check out the Z Network, an amazing network. Click that link tree. Click every single link in the Z Network link tree. Give everybody that like, give everybody that subscribes, that share, rate, all that good stuff. Comment. Jump in the comments. I'm going to say that again. Jump in the comments, people. It helps. It helps me greatly, greatly appreciate it. Have a great night. Thanks for popping by, and peace